Abusiafo ade ache anope ma munyina ache ma kwa eba UTV so na ene critical issues nti anope ya wo twedi ampo Nyankopon ade ache ne nyina yete enkom ne ade aseda kese ma yeho Nyankopon na nkasa se wahwe so na yete enkom ba se de etie bia Nyankopon de adom ye nde na chese democratic process no o se ye de to aso afi 2020 Ghana said the constitution ne de amaye na o se ye nhyehyeye ne ye to aba bronya bosome de to so enson 7th December de ne ye de kwa akoto aba amenyekwa kese mienu ene wo omayi mu NDC ene MPP na fe parties aka ne nyina abedi eche over the years since 1992 ya Ghana ye sha ase the multi party democracy eye adwuma no kofo bebre aye argument say the Ghana ye no e che da nye multi party democracy sa ayete party mienu ene edi mu akote fi 1992 nyina ebesi sa abre na ohwe ma parties nketo ne nyina akra ka omo vote bomu a enu 5% kra consistently to the be cry rejected ballot to cry fans echen wo mo cry smaller parties no that be going forward no say wo mo dwen ho say the be as third force ya enkofo ka ho asem betimi aduru ho na mo until then 2020 abato de na parties akese mienu no wo me de ma menu mienu a ye voters ye na e be kwa akoto aba no NDC for HS wo mo de the People's Manifesto aba betudwa various aspects of the manifesto shebo including the famous Okada ho asemi aba the transport sector as they say ababe man so between NDC and MPP say e be sa amanyosema akwa na parties mienu ni na omo yesan say bra ya NDC amanyoko no ka so be legalize Okada na ma Okada fo ya adwuma no MPP fo so kai NDC for in fact 2012 NDC ya na sa abe Professor Mills ene tia konwa so na President Mahama odimu akotene pa as vice president ona bam ene call parliament ko ye mra say ye ma Okada enye illegal MPP kro ya so te say NDC akwakokan Okada asem no say the MPP fo aba biem amoma ba be ka say wo mate committee bi enche omo de report e ko parliament ye regularize Okada business. Oh, in fact, NDC for so koti Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is excellency vice president say na no yoko kasa we ni enuanom fela FMO tamale mo no kokan say Okada ne de nya de a omo be legitimize no na mo alternative processor om de be bie nwuma ama mrante bebra ye bi ni napco any other ones o maka ho asem nti the party e no wo adwempa e ma me no mienu voters hwan kra na e kan manifesto no Ghana for do saying a kind manifesto no matter aba anase Ghana no say de nyina anim no oh we ye mikrom ni we nye mikrom ni NDC for strong go the voter agent votarians nya beto abra o mo hwe manifesto na na ana MPP beka so mo strong go Eastern and Ashanti region into Eastern and Ashanti region voters beto abra o mo hwe manifesto wan e kan free SHS asem then na free SHS asem ba yebusa na nado say ho ka esisen ade na ne free SHS akwa manso aye double track say de ba accommodation ho manso ba ebetimi ahwe na aka ho asem but process nso aye successful nti ni nyina ehun semu se hia na efata economy beba transport beba rule of law beba ni nyina beka mo asem ne amanyosem bi anim se de ba wo Ghana ni na wo kwoto aba no betimi ehun discerning issues ai betimi aboa mo asigina ye nti NDC ni MPP for ma ha emeye fans to mo beka abekamfo mo ho ye ne political analyst ni penifo ma ben na ebe abeka in fact research bi aba na say yeah wo mo ka say NDC manifesto da ye no mpeni nkase nko a na MPP manifesto no mum enenam ewo ho kofo bi na eka ho sa kanifo institute aba beka sa asem ye bebe say no kre anaso omo hu die no mo kan he penifo akese wo ha no mo di amanyosem achi in fact Professor Jampo wa kire ayi amanyosem political science ya de akwakoye mu professor eno studio ha no ma wo nyina beka ho asem Dr. Domfe senior lecturer wo social policy department University of Ghana Legon omo nyina beboaye am ya tesem na se na wo ye be wie adwumedie no wo se wasigina ye ana wo sigina ye a wotimi formulate thought ye wotimi sigina ye ye fra me vim lady Afia podcast da kese enkoma cute car parlor wo mo abeka junction ya wo no me echi kama aye hye sanso na Maritas collection social media Instagram teach you wo ho achi so mo so na me entire eti apano pay ya mo good morning the morning follow UTV Ghana social media handles nyina Facebook enom ne ade na adwinche bi a wo no fa beka ho questions na wa mpanifo ya krado mbeto mbo aya analysis various sectors I want to ask you no wetimi ate ensem na tinya se da kase enkoma special ice mineral water ensu a da no pe o sori na wonu musu a bobaako egu boso etimi busu mi nsese wan hwe ya be 1 hour time na jonso krado ni nyina e flash system no out no na afa this way chocolate drink do here any ensu Ghana cocoa ni coffee ene ye de ahye no ye de aye e de ama ye ba sisi ya na ye de nkomo no ahye so ama
I buy you everything. If your bodies, I buy it for you. I buy you this way, and I do you so share. Why are you taking my life this way?
Until before this way, but why
are you telling me this? And cut! Data, sorry. People know me, Acrobato, aka who knows tomorrow. Look, my profession is actor. People are always giving me encouragement because of my performance. This way chocolate drink, that is my secret. You just need Ori hot water. You just put it. You just take it easy. Even it just sustain you hungry. If you take this way, never hungry. You can take it anytime, any day, anywhere, everywhere. Everybody enjoy this way.
With this way chocolate drink, all you need is hot water. Mix and stir for a creamy look, and you're good to go.
I love this way because it tastes so good.
This way chocolate drink, near Sushi.
Sedianki susu se ya brabo bekono enye sana mpempi ne koma ye na sadumbe dumwa mwenya utedi dimu a agye se wonya yonko a wode wo betwere no ne wonya hotoso se ensio mo awiemu oka ho abribia se woyie sika hye wudwa wobotire na wopese wotre wo soto ni mu meche se emfa wonya adwuma ko a woye o anasempo wo pebie tia wo ma school fees ene media sempa na mu. Best points at the Fufrobia bar and on the best points to scheme. Dear, what's a Woyan said, Debiada, for simple and now tapu at two best points to scheme Nimo. Na yem peso be brebe brainty, yam crow franca sababa or naswa beje. Obomo dear to yamani drabusumi mienu diaminia, uwa quenya jibusia at the sort of how you na. And the best points to scheme any casubomwe to susu na jabosia busumi mienwachi ya brewen shishe pa edwene wo ho enti fa won to mababo best points to scheme diano na die best points to scheme boa wusika no na chani bocho. Our business.
Abusia for some makwaba ebio said the kind of critical issues na no pay ye dey atomo live e wo UTV so na ye ba behwe enkomo a efa NDC MPP manifesto political parties ni na wo ye voter na wo koto aba say hu hia pa wo ye the most crucial commodity ne a political parties na wo mu hia wo nti obi a che na dwene efa ensem no ehun na said the make no ye ne Dr. George Domfe was social policy department University of Ghana Legon or a senior lecturer no woman say any for boy said the bank come ye betimi abo no so etonobo etaye research pa about some of these issues is here come on my being political issues in fact ground the encrofo pe ese omu manifesto money the issues omu gina so a omoto aba odimu akotene pa sanso na me benkum so anum ye Palgrave boache dankwa so openi kesi executive director ya won da Canifo Institute a leadership institute but I can't kasem ne kan Canifo Institute our my research in fact omo na research e fa manifesto so omo conclude ye omo de ba abontin say NDC manifesto no no mpeni nkase MPP manifesto no enam ewo ho nkofo bebe so ne omo enyadwen eno wo obetchirem die nti a we die nam ho na we die ebi enu na wonim dada say Professor runs for example penikese o chade ewo political science department University of Ghana Legon wa chade ho enfie bebre actual books bebre in fact a lot of politicians and wo mo ye adwuma nyina no o ne wo aye adwuma before well, so yeah, Juma University of Ghana, and I know I Juma Sophia Baby were IE about political party meetings. Some near the until very well versed in a year area. And say, or your head of research brigade, Youth Brigade Research Institute. Eka as part of a Juma or Saye or University of Ghana, Legon. Only a saying now on Beboy and now what to me at and 7 nights and 25 good morning.
Good morning.
But and come on, I say what this area, for example, main shall say through one so far. Major political parties will be adding a manifesto at Tujano. Initial assessment is it value for money? They say, who say voters no here, and I say that the young come here, Frekobo, the budget fans keke.
Yeah, that's let me say, yeah, that's for the opportunity to say about issues of national importance. Political parties know their manifesto abetuja. Na ni omo pese that to abamo mo ombaye no na mabeka se ne be ya obi abetibi na yahwe se no na manfo begina so beto abo ananse nya na manfo begina so beto abo no whether we like it or not no mo de abetuja na and then me were issues with regard to ni omaye no na I'm sure say we are preliminary comments into no I wouldn't want to go deep into the issues but as time goes on no medbeba but amo ekruche niama bebre wo hwe MPP for manifesto makansem bebre omo de petumi say yensa ma omo kwan na omo ntua so NDC for so aye niama bebre akansem bebre omo nyina no they have provisions that covers almost every aspect of human life. Adibia efa nipa enho enkitahudi anase nipa setenamu enasefo ina no omahye to cover all these areas at very colorful and eventful launches. We share MPP for launch na efepa bibia omo show achievements and afi bibi omo ye voiceovers on achievement omaye na afi nemo omo pese omo beye anche na me say NDC for so omo twe omo de sign na omo so koye almost the same to make us omo copy omo say you say ABS na sa no eti but o copy na o copy ma na ye fe ase na de enye bone omo so ko hwe so fe omo so ye omo so voiceover omo so ye omo achievement John Mahama ye enya ye na afi omo so ehye omo bo fe na se for na ade baako na eye me fe baako particularly me feel say a novel ewo NDC for there no say for the first time no omokofa obi a wa kwadare pa kukudam professor na ochire ekwan a omofa so omoye omo manifesto no na ya me fe usua ade a na say wo ye school ni na say wo chiro wo thesis ade baako ya hwe pa ne methodology ekwan a obefa so na odo finance beba na omo chire ekwan a omofa so ne individuals edi nkomo na afi omo wiye no omo de ordinary people na identifiable stakeholders edi nkomo na culminating the preparations and omo kan culminating the preparation of their manifestos afi omo manifesto launch na so no me hu a certain group of eminent Ghanaians and I say identifiable groups they were also represented at the manifesto launch nana party full soldiers for but these identifiable groups were there. Into my view, now I say, the NDC is a mass party. But it seems that now they are trying to shift from their position of being a mass party to attract some of the elites and all that. It is good for them. You know, when you know NPP phones so your modi kama fe Ubia launch ne de omaka nsem bebre like I said omaka every nyama affect every aspect of our social and human life no aka ni nyina na yebebobo hu but the point is my first issue be am person mekano has got to do with the timing for the release of manifesto very bad yebe kwa koto 2016 abato no na nia ekoba ene say NDC for so see the manifesto to dwa MPP for be copy MPP for so see the manifesto to dwa okay enti na ayetwe mamentwe at the end of the day no nia ekoba ene say omo the manifestos no buy but they brought these manifestos very late enti say woka NPP a what show manifesto me manya kwa kan manifestos no woka MPP a obi ase free SHS okay, MPP will be as free, but the manifesto contains several interventions. As I said, kanipa dream team. Well, and so esan say ba late nintino. Obi as free SHS and when the party form penny for Ekokasa, most of them they do not even know the contents of their party manifesto. Esan so mo dia ballot. NDC forms the same thing. na me feel say e ade a na entwe yi nti no I was thinking say going forward into this 2020 elections na e bia nka omobeye ni yi because before 2016 no na political parties omo the manifestos e bantem emma yet me digest ebo ho kaka na fe nsu yenyi we democracy nti no say yetumi ensure say manifesto ni be bantem se ne be ya party for mpanimfo nankasa no e be sua the content. That's number one. Party for mpanimfo nankasa no e be sua on be sua content no embi make assembly obi try so be correct, but I wasn't too convinced. If you are saying at the MPP for launch your manifesto no let me say Omanpeni Nana Akufo-Addo me the example keke. It may not be so, but Omanpeni Nana Akufo-Addo echo radio station bi na omo bisa na say anso mo be airport e wo Cape Coast na utie ne response na onye forthcoming papa wo na 24 hours time no na Baumia e be kan emphatic say ye be ye manifesto ye be ye the friends airport no madwin mo no na me ya adwen say is it the case say bia na Omanpeni kra no na he had not socialized himself so much about the content of the manifesto.
It's possible. It's also possible.
I know you assembly
it is possible.
But at that level, no say onokra no na onshare that name you can just imagine party executives na say for they may know next to nothing.
Okay.
Into the point is that say what the ban temwa party mpenimfo nankasa etumi share them esua ama say omoko abonten so a omatumi I educate nkofo so that at the end of the day you go forward as a democracy. It should be possible say wo frame me say men kasa about manifesto e say metumi kan niam ba ye do and as niam concrete be enum menim say party we stand for so say otumi the same thing. Okay. But yanya na sa na the ballot here at the end of the day you see the body politic in the lead up to elections will be filled with the discussion of issues that are irrational.
Okay. Okay, Prof, messing about Chebi, I like the point you make about even possible say Biana President question than your conference because we repetition of 2012. Obekaya after free SHS Kwaba at the height of it, President ko BBC at the time not a candidate Akufo-Addo. Omubusan calculations for the cost of free SHS. Any the problems that are likely to come out, no sure than forthcoming. It's possible.
Mo de bantem mo ye ne ye na ye de bantem mo ankasa mutumi hia ne ye na fe it becomes the message won de ntia ya fe on se ye beto abi nkofo start ye ethnocentric comments na fe mo ye niema bi that metis ye see demonstration bi akoso nkofo bi achim I see bole for so mbedem you see what the manifesto e bantem a na ye start ka ho nsem a this would dominate discussion.
Okay. Instead of say
ya nya ne ntem oh now you see politicians no eto de bia na omunim sa niema we nyina ba omunim si yenim wo ntino they feed and thrive on our ignorance. Okay. Ntino yemu bi no de ye bekọ akahwe enura na meni obi kasa na mekeka kasa asem ostonwum bi kire mekaipos wo kaka ye ma hwe o wo kaka ye ma hwe o susuka o
Professor Bonchemi dog don't fe amemra onua Bwachida Nkwaso dog na me busa prof prof assembly say is it good say parties ni mienu nyina de o manifesto aba around this time ana chese o mu ye fence voters ana is it a good indication for your democracy no
yo mamena wase na menchia ona o hwe na no pe nyina yo said prof kan ene de yenyina yenim dada no nankan niema ntesa kopim 2016 e could delay na mamenka me bi say ha ye ka manifesto ya na parties na no akoye na ada asemu kakra o na nse na me kan say won say wo frɛ na me say mo Savannah region could di ho be 3 weeks na me ka say me kona me ba me last born omukuja me kwa airport me ko fa plane no was that then na ade bebre me na me so me ba baby am kon de okay me ba me ta confirm about was it the tablet teach up a tablet I say ye janu suni na me so baby am kon the tablet me je bi mre o say okay na me okay me to nice wa bro me kan ya na de uja ni suni ni bibia na me ko 5 play na me ko me ba na me no ko me say me de ko bi na ba me do have tablet ba so na o share your political parties me kan say you grow ye chance ye nche but baby anke edu de ye ko enim kakra ya na nka manifesto assembly de ense da nya adwuma bia o ami problem po bit me akan ye a chen say dem e kan ye manifesto sem no instead of nya adwuma bia from 1992 na de na menim ni say if 2008 o ba baabi no na e sha say Jimmy na akakra first kra no se me the word manifesto na ma dwene ko offend secondary school ye beto aba amanfo akugina no mo kanbofo akese sa na me ka no na political party am manifestos there na instead da enye yi bia na me nka ze nipa ba ko a odi mu akotena waboa ama menka ze party manifesto na beji mi na e wokro yi mu pa no na ekufu ado ya ade o sa anamo no so pa ze okoke kan se free SHS ne the way asem na ya twero na akoye brofo ane kan den na edoso no otimi ma ne ye so simple fa kwan bi so e ma Ghana fo timi edi akire of course as e akofo so ekeka nsem bi saa mills so e ya ade won so be keka bi because tama na yes national health insurance aba or say enzo mutimi tua me ba be nsese ya me nsese na the one time premium me ba no anu no de yintua bio sansensem no na e ma manifesto ha ase e be popular e wo ye man anasa with the political parties omu ye me nka se omu nye from 92 ni nyina ba omu ye na ade ba ko a me ka sa aboa na nsen kakra ye am imani ihwehwe mu a wo ye se political party bia no ade o kan se wo be no dodo se na de wutimi ye tamasa conversation ni shase no boa ma the political parties ni nyina shase tenase because na kwese tembia na ayema se mi bi ye ka de amanfo pese o mutie no mato aba ma ye no moto aba ma ye ne se enyanya tumi na ye ne aye de ye pe na nka o mu ntan ni o mu manifesto so but ye ko ye ni mehu se sisi no enema sisa kakra ama wo hwe am MPP a o mu enema be num bi a na ada de dwa ase no obi anim no ase o mu nye kra na o masom yes one district one factory one this ma me nka se 2017 ye to abawi ye no ye national survey ya for example ma o department people ba ko na o cancer survey o event Dr. Electoral me ya me no mu ye jonza me economist na o nti me ya na mdo maka me no mu ne cheze o mu de political ideas ne ba na so me de economist no ne mo ye fa country ha nyina na ye pese ye hwese manifesto no ye adwuma na me nua ba it may interest you to know say only 12% of every 100 nipa 12 out of every 100 that they interview mu no and they can say omo to aba omo hwe issues
nipa 12% out of nipa 100
only 12 out of 100 no mu da DP face omo no omo nkoto aba omo hwe the esi mato ho aba 88 dia e ka kire ye say just aba no kra no we are the next 50 years kra do jana
acho we ye be na mo yes
2017
okay
baby a wakoto aba no kra we decide dada na sa 88 no ahode kese ni gina ni kura ofiri mu kasa a woka
okay
soma e de wo mu nipa onim no saa niema no tinache say issues based the kasa issues na driver amanfo a eno ho na ebenya manifesto na afiri no ya na enya de say no na e dey etama amanfo eto abapa dodo no so kan say ade a party bi e dey aye so what I say de obi aye na ogina so to aba na de all be ye aye fe no manifesto no de ya na ye ufa wo hebia mu 12
nti manifesto no ho mfa so ba ni mfa so bebre sa say just 12% pe e no mo hwe sa issues no
me ntimi nka say ni mfa so pi say ye democracy ya fe ni enyini na say see I was the first na ntanka see na kufu od buy was one this ya obaye no uze nam niema o kan ti ya force na ma sa one this won timi kra na o force say e de apobe
say kana for be check o
exactly enti ama ene so uhwe na nsia de ya yekomu ya 2016 sana for example kan na I delay 30 because na Afia manfo ani ba so anya sakwa first kra no say manifesto no omo loncha na ye nse dantanti bia but as say no enam say nipa ni ba hu ni nti no ase ye popular eti na say ya anya research bia earlier na nka ye nka ni ye wo research earlier ye bia nka na 12% and it would have been far lower na bia afi na me madwumbe chem sa afi na dey ye nyini and bia ye nya say
nti 12 ni improvement
means me not compared to any but meka say e be yes say bia 1996 o baby yes ade na menye sure say anka ebenya sa figure na yenya na je say manifesto na anka no brofo na ye de ka no ene say de sitie no ye ntakra so fam tudwa in fact yes I rehemu no ye de NDC any MPP any other political parties no ye constituency be ko e bia no we interviewed the constituency executives and sana yes I ordinary people so ye interview minia na fekeke ye for 10 years and older ufa akoda wanya 10 years we say e dey by bosse na Nanakufu ado share ya is ye dey abenwa ya money e dey na wo hwe say dey obey akoda 10 years o say me hwe say na be one district one factory na be free SHS
and no mo kai
one village one that na unza the way MPP team e bo dawuro no ntino na ama aka obi etino eminia menka enitro meka no kwasem pete na mabo Dr. Elidu say dudi no obi a onso agi dina e wo amanyo say mu pa so no okasa research eminia de na e ya rehosem ne say omo wo street so no ubusa omo say NDC de no kan say oba obeye na omo nka
NDC manifesto
de na nya kra ne say NDC so executives no ankasa no say na program po ka say e mantem e ma omo nsua enya sua hunu na omo de no aye ade aboda ru ntino ya na sabe nsam ehia na omo tabo hu dawu na wo hwa na enye me nwanwa ade a me hu 2016 ni say NDC ye ko omo ye campaign omo isi dodo na no na ye nsam a MPP so obeya omo di atinyi so omo ntime no na omo dawu no na ye more about that is the sense no is the sense no omo be kase ye say ye de ye be ma obi a moto abama ya ye be ma obi a bottle of water special ice omo de omo kan say oh MPP so be ma mo coke omo boa
okay
omo ntumi yes am a political party wo be dwell on the an opponent so be ye no wo be kakakra no ama amanfo so na ada but no be ye main focus wo wasem no ntumi mfanye dey entudwa
okay nti eno ka ho ma MPP for message be ye popular chain
NDC Antony o message say me no tie me busa say ka ba ko chain me betnya
NDC na say NDC o major policy o dey about creating jobs health o be invest
they cut the
2016 yes okay
me the car be sure ma me the Prado five for
NDC major campaign e promise 5
mo ye advert den ko for the trunk so am
say free SHS
it's so be card or no be
no focus on the opponents there
it's going forward no me hu enema be reason for example can in fact wo share am manifesto no dia ni mienu nyina wo de we ha say ye kaso ye fa ba ko bia ni ye di hu no krepa ni nka Ghana aye ye in the next 4 years
and but I brofo
ye fa NDC de nko na say ye de ye ni ye a Ghana aye ye
okay
ye fa MPP de na say de ye adwuma Ghana aye ye
okay
na me de no akoye say me koto tablet am de ku bi bae no sa manifesto
ye be bani say that dissect no era boache dan kwa mo na mo ye research am ka say NDC manifesto no enam kitwa bi na wo ho but MPP de no enam wo ho de na mo hu ye
yo if you are no pay de mechia wahwefo na masaichia won so manifestos basically no policies and activities are various political parties epesomo ye inti ever since 1951 and sana yeba benya independence in 1957 no various political parties na existed and pre-independence ninya trotro manifestos now share two major political parties here in the Fourth Republic omwedimu nomano oshepa now to me say there's a template to be if in 1951 manifesto writing no to be able to look at the various sectors I work economy nim I work cronim I want to me atwa so into share two major political parties share NDC manifesto now share MPP manifestos are to me tackle various sectors in India na esan say eja prof Jampo ne Dr. Demfe eka manifestos no one sem kakra say time of release of manifestos extremely important critical but I say a sign to who said this year no COVID by into obia attention ekokopie COVID so na COVID no senior air con kakra na ye who say ye releasing yama no na say sesia no ye baba be the main issue send be ya krono betumi etumpon na dintia ema Kanifo Institute ye research ye tumi ka say oh see hwe NDC manifesto na you who say a developer right up from 2008 eba be see 2016 no say na NDC manifesto na ka bia come to me and put it together say because some opposition for 4 years now it take you 11 months to put together a manifesto. Now say very commendable. But share MPP manifesto so your government in power. Now we juma do so pa. Na so say your government in power na say utumi hwe wo achievements eniema oka so be yama Ghana for from 2016. Now the tutu hun now hwe eniema also say Ghana for sign to aboma obiema obetumi aya amomo. Now sign the tutu hun say okay some year eniema ma say ya say na metumi aya. Now compare the two now to me say na come opposition you know. Na nka so mo de na nka ne on person mo ye no case a bro near your empowerment no person ye into the tutu hu a na o compare am you sure say
emre bi won ma che say wo opposition o say wo de no bro
emra bi eni hono but say I to say near obi a opetumi say opetumi a na say Ghana for 2016 so man to aba ma wa na che say so I say no failure exam eja pro lecturers you were here na say o reset na so person reset a un say reset no say o failure exam na say unya ikra na reset a ye free bibi cumulative it is onya new one so onya ikra na they will strike the average on striking average nti there's no way unya a na grade na de bema je no sane bia be say nya si even though work through na unya a no nti o opposition no na che say utumi tubo na o hwe various sectors ni ye na hwe bebi a o to chima na o hwe senia nso betumi aboa amagana etumpon nti we na ye hwehwe mu na ye hwe promises ni bi na NDC ye na promises are almost fulfilled dida even promises ni bi a MPP ye hu say is been implemented e wa ban mu nti eno sa no se wo ka se Ghana for emma utumi a ndema na o ma ye dida na waka o ka se o pese o ye no na che se dem biem na o pese o ye I te say dan a obiesi foundation na odi pillars esisi chi hono no di pillars ni sisi chi hono na original bonti no say I said dan we there ye yesi ewio nti me so dan na metumi ye e dia boa ho na so me so mesa ba beto foundation bi na ba beto foundation the foundation na ya ye de dada no dan na obetumi aye e dia boa so aka ho nti we na ma ejayen Kandifo Institute ye ka say so hwe NDC manifesto na asenia eye ndompe kakra honam kakra ni na hwe MPP manifesto na esenia oni omo aye no yehu bida e na se Ghana for mo mutumi a betumi ato aso aye na answer na
anu de ho no e che madwen kakra because you know NDC what power 2016 say na NDC atna power 2012 no o ma achieve ni ma bebe na o mu siki se o beto ato aso e fe say 2016 no na Ghana for anto amom in fact NDC ka ni ma bi ti the GDP growth rate o mo ka dum so wansem so mo solve dum so investment o mo make here in the energy sector no nti na besi na yenum kane anu nti I don't know exactly on what basis I will say MPP for no my be that. So because free SHS now also deliver. And I say a year friend say 1D1F from deliver to some extent. 2012 now NDC so deliver energy crisis or mass solve no. Then this year deliver a expansion of EFS capitation grant, expansion of school feeding program. Any identity I don't know say omo de ne yenka say. Na
na Ghana for eto abatia omo. Enema na omo year from 2012.
But watching and what here na Professor Jampo ne Dr. Fematna akase. NDC 2016 almost strategy was not the best because they were focusing on opponents the banking opponent claim instead of marketing themselves. It could be say not that policies no and yet good but strategy no dey campaigning na amwa
even strategy dey campaign no say ebo so ambo no Ghana for ehwe senior no mind tie under John Dramani Mahama. Na you say you can say be 2009 ena ora John Evans Atamil say be president. No ba be president no, the vice president Mr. John Mahama. Na Mr. John Mahama no according to the constitution na say head of EMT. Just economy ni nya ehwe say into on manage economy no for 4 years. And we or somebody president.
Yeah, but he wasn't in charge.
No, in charge. He wasn't in charge
because manage economy ni it was still under the FSA supervision of the president.
But ono nana oye head of the economic management team.
That role is not constitutional role. Head of economic management team and shada nya constitutional roles are.
A role like vice president conventional.
Ebi ni wo nti say Professor na no Pokua NDC wini no bet na konya so she is not an economist. She cannot be the head of Nti a convention but ababeka or but enye by force.
Na John Mahama oba e so no economist so obeye head of economic management team. And I yehu
that's I'm not arguing with you, but that is why Uncle Focus you cannot blame President Mahama for failure or the friend saying successes of Atamel's administration. Because I Atamel's near to Abama no. Yang to Abama Mahama. Atamel's na ni photo away in so ballot paper no vice president in so president pe and also.
Na say o to aba say a team, a collective team effort. Eja Atamel's not in the baby no kofa Mahama ba is on be the vice president. And no nim say so ni ye dwuma be ye na enye ye. Na na do dan ko Akufo-Addo. Onim say onejo baomia ye dwuma be ye no. E no kofa ne ba ye. Esan say so hwe kro ni nya na a kro is developed on a number of factors. Economy eka ho, security eka ho, infrastructure eka ho, youth development eka ho. It is a way nya so one far into 2 years. Na che say nyama kakra ebeto chima.
Okay. For example, my memory on here called manifesto still proper. A value for money and is this a manifesto? Said it Obenika so more research just say meet will maybe me went to what study manifestos baby.
Me that's ba but me say organization more them of self findings more can be brewan your target. I think there should be a way that you can nuance it in articulating your findings. But I say ebi de dompe na ebi de na mo ho pe wan hwepo bi beka say ebi a ugina party bibi ana say wo ye dwuma aba party, but I don't think that is what you do. Me madwen mo no omo nyina hyehye ebo bo hye. You see, they have been totalitarian in their promises. Oma hye bo asha the history of Ghana's fourth republic show say party bi ni ho a wetumi accomplish every boshe a wa share manifesto wa accomplish ni nyina and ne opese obeye bebre no so no obroni beka say they tend to pussyfooty the implementation just say okwa say fam ye mo ayi no na jimensa o tem be friend maye ni say yes koye we say maye, you are just ticking the boxes. So you accomplish without putting your soul into it. Oh, just say me person ye ka say maye nti na me show say maye, but you know that maye no and the construction of road in a day, asphalting it the same day and putting street lights on it the same day just because there's going to be a by-election. Yeah, to a by-election we are na road na etutu Kwame Nkrumah eye motorway Afia ansa na eso start 82 wo enti no me point no say political parties ni na oma promise bibia ba omunim so omuntumi nye bibia omuntumi nye ni nyina nti the point is, why do you promise everything when you know you cannot do everything? Why do you promise everything when you know in your attempt to do everything no you will just be scratching surfaces and all that? My dream no say MPP4 and NDC4 just identify five major issues. Meba meye free SHS. Na free SHS no meye na maye ni yiye. If you want to assess, and look, I commend MPP because look, as far as I'm concerned, they showed clear match between what they said in their manifesto as far as free SH is concerned, and then also what the policies that have been put in place to ensure that it actually takes shape. But so ukomwa one me de eya na me pass market no nyasa me sorry anam me ni a teacher for me ni a school for any headmasters oni omo kasa, they tell you about the huge challenges ewo system no more. My point is it's a major signature project of the government, and number one. Number two, ba was send your mokan ma banish dum so dum so ana mo hu biom. Number three, ye hospital ye said there hospitals no enye death traps, and that say wo kidney disease wo sa nema na ye make sure say transplant ayebi organ ha cancer treatment na say for hospitals so yenye ni ye wo ye sa de miensa pe na wo say Ghana for miensa na meka say meye maye na maye ni ye na bibia sa area ho no mu hu problems obioma meje di say ye bebo nse mama wo ka sa miensa na fe wo san be petumi no aka say mo nsan fatumi nwa mesa be ye nan aka ho eno so meye maye ni ye a before say at the end of the day no ye bedum pon e develop than say we be able to cover every aspect of human life. na obe pesa obeye na mom in the process. There are so many projects that were implemented. So from 1992 up to now, projects be where political parties be implemented here and they egu. Esan say omoye just for the purposes of scoring political points. But my point is that I'm not interested in the political points that politicians want to score. I am interested in the implementation of projects that do not sacrifice quality.
Okay.
And see here na se obetumi aye ne yie dia ene ye fa bako fa mienu fa miensa fa nine opa fa num na ka se sa ne mai na wa master na wa ye ne yie pa se wo ye ne yie a na ka che Ghana for say these were the 5 things I told you I was going to do and amoma me mandate say menye ma ye wie na nea wa ye bi da no ne friend aye buafo enti no mama me another chance me say be ye num aka ho me wi get out of the scene.
Okay.
Let another person come ono so ombefa num pe na ono so nya no nya ne yie.
Okay. It's prop. This aspect, this strategy, a party be a bar, obiaye a manifesto can every sector is wrong. One of this method they buy a point.
Oh, there be said you see the practice of telling people what you think they want to hear. No, let me say it's me person can be mo be me manage me. Say ne be on beto abama me. In the process, no, the kinds of things are. Adi President Nana Akufo-Addo ka so be 2016 up to now no o ma ye bi ba so mo nye ni nyina ebinum so wa ma ye kra no say in my view no o say ya ye but nke betumi eye no nko an ye ya nke betumi aye no better than it is they are now. Okay, nema bebre President Mahama no maka edoso they have very good ideas but embre no we he na de be ye sika no we he na ade be ye nti eya akoye se wo opposition a o kan nsem bebre anase wo petumi a ye kan nsem bebre se ye be afi oba na afi amanfo otwe abo so a okay na gidigidi no de akoye bibi na say maye enye maye achievement ne ye kan. You're talking about the kind of achievement that transform a people, that transform a nation. Into such achievement no me de my dream no just let us be focused baako mienu miensa and nine ope num naka enum yipa na meyo enye say other challenges ni ho na mom ye nyambre
na wo focus for years
sa railways me say bra na me go school America no me ko bebi de me ko share underground ho na trains fa na sanya ade na tiafe me say ade be 5 years ago now yeah na almost say it's been here for over 100 years. I'm so wow sa railways yeah say numpo no be ka infrastructure won say ye ma railways ni ye ni ye ecosystem me so mo ye bidie but trains are here na won say community and the traffic wo ba now pressure akoso because who cars be kra na wa oye machi wi so mo ye no ma ye ni ye nka ade be enum na di railways ni ka na nka President Akufo aka say me fiso no na Ghana ha bebi ese underground train ko fa ebe kwa akofa ebe fa wiem ebe fa ebinum kra aye ka train kwan ya efa poso na ye be yes ade na me wi ameko.
Okay.
Na monhwe me na monjaje me some de another aiba na che say ya ye mana ye fe na fe ya ye mana ye quality nya se ye promise bibia wo mra nim se yentumi nya nye ni na.
Okay, but me person who can asema na dog Jampo ka so research whether or not we agree as only 12% of nipa out of nipa 100 be 12% per and almost to about based on issues omunim issues
there be a research finding omekohu it is sano mu what they say no dey me interview be sano but the minimum say you see there are 4 main theories that explains voting an unfortunate research finding that assess ye yere ye ho say ye be make sure say enkoba embasa. There are 4 main theories of voting. One we call the party identification theory. Party identification theory they say or no dey esan so ye NDC ni ntino NDC no beto amano. That's number 1. Number 2 we call the sociological model. Sociological model na say esan se me no na kwa so na ye kwa afo woto treble me to tena anase we na Pentecost ufi mi krom na se for you look at those things na what they are to aba. Number 3 we have the dominant ideology model where people look at the ideological beliefs of the political parties and they say ideology doesn't even matter the whole world. But the fourth one now a key no you find the rational choice model. And no onipa no hwe na set name. Mo hwe nsem a wo ka One shall say between Abuana and Sana. Intino say, yeah, come manifesto as some dear, and as a manifesto very relevant dear. Then manifesto are your to a banner, it is in tandem with the rational choice theory of voting. And to walk Nas will be cast at 12%, dear, almost your modi or my margin that you manifesto. And not just say, you see, many citizenry, vote based on irrational issues.
Exactly.
The three others, they talk about issues that, in my view, are so irrational. And and say a basa ye na ye ko ye nimono. Necessary ye push and say will cast their vote based on what is rational, the bread and butter issues. That should shape their voting. Say and also they shape voting now. I will tell you. We would have no time to talk about Achim Mafia. We would have no time to talk about Sanyama now, Mokakano. Because among for sure, my system no more shenia, Sanya Beya, my system bedding, EBE. Politicians are told to be a normal for so more smart. And you know, they do things to just divert the discussion of issues. Sanya Minia Penny Ekayano about NDC4 manifesto in 2016. In fact, I'm no quarry. New York and I am Papa, and I'm sure say. Ubi anywhere. You see, sometimes when you're even telling them the truth, no more for time. Say, Ubi can't say, "Ma, fat now the better go to Jim now. Why you be bino?" They spent all the time. You see, they spent all the time trying to counter NPP's manifesto. See, at the end of the day, if he tells me, say, NPP manifesto was more known than NDC, because okay, NPP4, even though they reduced their manifestos to free SHS, what was the counter proposal
for NDC?
Now,
NDC progressive education. I don't know,
Bianca. Progressive, you know, say, my name is someone to me so and Chremu. Oh, into no, I said most of the time they were countering what the other party said. But this time, to be fair, no, I think they've been also able to articulate certain things, and necessarily countering. But almost to me, also with even the certain government to think about rethinking its own position on certain things. And I think
that's good for
that is good for them. It shows that they are also much ready for 2016 election. So for me, what matters is what informs people's the choice in an election. It should be based on rational issues. Until mama, you see, a man you call for I told the be and your more can say, oh, what they most sorry I must see a launching manifesto then tem. Now, why after all your call supporters no cry they don't look at manifestos to vote. Now, make catch it. You see, we cannot pander to the whims and caprices of politicians. Omodi omunyaya anka manifesto kura anka maye mfamba. No my didn't so that you cannot demand accountability. Omunyaya anka sanity. But up to you and I to ensure and to insist that manifesto ni de baba na fe baba ntem na ano I inform the discussions. Oh, I inform you say
I like that, for example, because because for the first time unlike 2016 and MPP for a determined narrative no. Now NDC is also moving seriously.
Yes.
Okada issue. She said the Okada issue hereby. After government pressure ban so am after there suddenly although Dr. Baumia Kofela FM Watamale Kokan say they have a better alternative of job creation. No. Now government they are about so what committee. Oh my Okada no home policy. Omo the parliament they are going to regulate it.
And now for me say so scared.
Yes, so scared. I don't know if they are buying casa because
license exam bills so and also they put it on.
If you look at MPP, they've been forced. NDC has also been forced to rethink a teacher's allowance, nursing allowance, because of how it became a major issue in 2016. Now they've put in place a policy in
also when you the issues so no and Afia amount for okay, let's reshape our policy, let's backtrack, let's rethink this and all that. That is what brings about impuntu. Na ya can say wait we attempt to we attempt na there's demonstration, there's counter demonstration na. I know the mfampuntu roman. Into manifesto team here. It is true. It is an unfortunate truth that you have the core support base of the political parties not so much interested in your manifesto. Metro Obama anyway, whether you have manifesto or not. But you see, the core support base of the two main political parties, they are not enough to determine who will win an election.
In fact, I'm happy to say about whether or not NDC stronghold in 9 regions, as against MPP stronghold in about 4 regions. Ebeti may determine elections now, and we'll look at the issue of central region because Central Region, Greater Accra Region for Professor Nano Pokua entry into the scene. And then we will make argument say after all, now Mr. Atasufi Central Region, it didn't make any difference for NDC.
But if you major issue on the manifesto content.
Okay.
Oh, that's
we are going into the content.
It cuts across. So
okay.
I want to make that point.
Okay.
So that you who say see we are not going anywhere as a nation.
Okay. My boss, so me say dog don't first why you about the content of the manifesto. In fact, dog, meaning say issues about economy, any the differences between the position of NDC, MPP, any other social policies are muko jina so koye research ni bebre so you hear content mu. But going back to Asema one kwasakra na raise some research you say to only 12 out of 100 people and voting based on issues. Their dog Jampo, Professor Jampo Kenche say ebi asenkene na moyanka improvement abem. Do you also see say improvement be say discussion in about manifesto there na we can do you see that improvement, that growth in knowledge about manifestos no?
I think say many prof ya adwin pa NDC and more I say that is what we all expect say omobe as a neno omu defense no oma strengthening na attacking no say ukobobo na say tembia no koya attack u defense no amafo be show go very but say oma pay number 5 bi ato yeah say almost omu lead discussions na nkoye ami MPP nko a te on say almost the same bibibi na dey ba ko amu ye ma na ye me fe ni say ansa na omu de omu manifesto no ebetu dwa no NDC shase yi nsam no makoma pipi as is on say anyum to for no ma ha say no onfa album ni nyina ma nyum ba ko no de aba no de ba ko aba omu shase ye sa de na me fi say se bia 2016 omu ye ne sa nkane ne ma be ye a chense de ye ma wo mo me hu say no omu ya de pa again me hu says this time around no omu yusu enkrofu bi a Professor Boafomo any Professor Oduro ho a chese minimum omu say
NDC for now. Yeah. No more harder though. They were part of the previous manifesto committee.
And they anti omu
no more actually.
And then the omu ba animu. Yeah, I'm ubusami a pa. Say any sebe menka say am yenimnya sache obi a. Ena ya na tembia ye say adwuma we fa research sem ne ada na say wo am school poma ye kire enema na tembia no ya ye nta nyinsem ni say de yate say wote ya what say efia ko say da bi ubusami a me busa say na wote no the denti na ufi say am ebe no kra me evidence ansa na me asem no kra no me be din komo achi obi a me di edi enti evidence based nam sa kwa no ma me nka ne say enema akoyi a me hwe omo manifesto no in fact many ji nema bebrebe ho omo social nema mpeso omo beye am social am interventions ne nema bebrebe omo peso omo beye ne ni omo ni problem ade a say na me wo problem kakra wo ho am economics na ekoyi ye beka minua ade ba ko a ase esaye me fe kakra ewo omo nsem no ho na me nim ara say two political parties nyina atena ase there because I say every issue MPP a man should be or cast or the back left be NDC a man so the back right. Now me cast me fa any cause I never because indeed say omumi enu nyina no ayo abomu team pose omo pese omu bu o man na enya me nwanwa say ye fa ade we a omu nyina adwen beko benkrum say ye dey right because omu nyina so omu nyina research na ye evidence all policies no so mo be no evidence based there. Now we share your environment in your dynamics na me I don't see say as a solution no too different nti eno ho kakra no na me de kwa adwendwum na me fa we na me hwe the way I say we can sort the call right in kwan the other party thinks say then it should go left no ho kakra no e ma e kire me say na bia omunye too serious about some of the things that they are talking about then up of Jampo e kan say be ma me nka say menye ne ya adwen pa say ye wo enema bebrebe ye hia enema bebrebe but enye true say enema ye hia no ebetimi de dakro enya ni nyina na say ya mfanyansa anhyehyɛ na niema no ya anhwɛ de ye hia anye no mako a ye bet koso awowo amentwetwe de atena ba bia ye ti ya ye nkoye ni mu da ye problem bako pa no anka economics de ehu ni say ye say ye were constrained, we have serious financial constraint as a country. So yeah sorry a ye nenam ne ye bobo bobosia ne ade
last year we spent 70 billion Ghana cedis. 20 billion out of that, and you could tiaka. Yeah, nya ba we ko. And na I don't go back. We so na me catch and say mema on kind of say omu time na omu tua omu ko bon busi an ya bon no. I'm interest payment. No omu tua 11 million. I'm 11 billion. Nam so omu say near my papa enti.
Na exactly, but say your debt sika ye tua. Your service na ekosoro.
Ekosoro. Me can dey say baby. No, me can dey say bibi so. Sa 20 billion na a car. And the year 2 year. In fact, last year we paid that 19 point something, almost 20 billion. You spend 70 billion and 20 billion out of that. And we could try can you maybe a wire. And it's any man come and the fan and I say, send an up of jump a quantity you have in chia honkan. You be 5 years, 7 years ago. A quana say, as what thing you chia honka, your taxes kakana yajano. It could just a quana say and honka. Yes, I am queen muda. It's the idea about boy a pan say. Yes, you share your niece Nina and then one national development planning commission. And NDP authority another commission.
It's still commission.
So, and can say a particular institution you should work to lead the agenda of development. You share and you may hear you cost benefit analysis of all of them. You I'm Cape Coast Assembly by airport. And the answer now, baby, a manifesto. No, when cost benefit analysis, say, yeah, Cape Coast airport, a dear bear and the Panagani Bina. Say, standard, dual carriage, a war, I'm a Caswano, and the Cape Coast, and for so banner a woman. Was I say, yes, I'm in railway line at the farm Ponano, a co far winning, but a could peer Cape Coast. And for so many, ben, I went to the Nina home cow home, and I'm a home for so. It is a was near man ever. Political parties, no, ever used to no man can say, oh, and I'm say, me send me bombardina yet at the train quano, a farm ponano at the Cape Coast. A babu watch and say, Mequacosi, I'm airport in Tino. Say, boss, a year debate now. Obia to me, A, because obia what is right. So what I say, then and I'm say, I can say, ye pese ye bibia ntino na ye pese ye ka bibia ma obi age didi papa bi kura wa bade prof I don't know say they wa follow na ono dey say onya ba pe in the next 1 week in Ghana obi abesi abronsai ye feel ni kira bosom say what can some na me say na papa nti otigana say oh seriously ayo omasam omasam ni nyina ye ka the way I can no omasam ni ye mere ye ko na che say wan hwe ya utie na obefa sika kukum all the past leaders obekọ rollins wa kokunu na afiru a na akokofo che say as they were so useless. Okay, in fact we have fundamental problems. The problems are not easy.
Parties now we don't know akese ni me so far Chirabusu me fa ne manifesto mai nti wo hwe parties
manifesto ade ne sama o kan
any sama o kan wo hwe parties akese mienu na do you see say issues here where for instance a car Ghana yebo project was here akwan ya na asay ne ade sustainable development and can fast beba so ama Ghana for no parties ni mienu no are they addressing it properly and omo the politics to say me who say NDT for instance accounter the Mahama Bekan say infrastructure or health sector sika or the best health sector nim what can issue about the big push and wasem what can education what can infrastructure development what can key amongst manifesto issues job creation or the beba what can Okada dey so as a form of job creation says aban no kwanya kwan emie adwuma ma wo ma ye legalize no na ye mo designated lane said dey ekoso Burkina any Benin no mi ade na betimi aboa ma boys ni anya kakra wo mo sabe ko ma no manifesto so address ensem a uji se bema yes sustainable development na
me can say me read manifestos ni me enu nyina omo hu ye hawo ana omo de anu aduro aba na anu aduro no akwai se mpepere hu bi ewom
okay
na se obi timi no obo o say wo fa wo so bomodana wo fa bo a ase nka ese wo fa bo de bono no wo fa bo anu eja to no fa pipa mum na de o de kobo no enu bi na asa aye me read ase solution no mark aye no I say just be a heaven be kwa na maye na say ye hwe offend reality na wo hwe economy ya ho odena enema omu so mu beye no the two political parties no bien obetimi aye na ema so beye bi bia kire sa etina kire no kwasem ne say ba bia ye wodadaada no ehwa na ye pese de yigina ye nya ya dwen say ye too serious with our development enye sa de anke be ka de ye betimi na ye ne ye ne yie I'm said the for example kind the fact say a commodity one in chile say unya aduane asabe esa odun say mienu na ede edidi so what you say enti eye say omu hwe Ghana ede ye hia asem no na me kasafa National Development Planning Commission me time ti omu nka omu nya niema pa say omu hwe niema hia ye na sa benefit cost analysis na say omu ya de bia mamani age ntine bia omu asem aba mimu omu any of Copenhagen Center for
Consensus Center.
Exactly aya de bia me kwana me can research no de omu ya ni say Ghana cedi one Ghana cedi unsaka edie be ade pa ni hia wo de be ya ma Ghana eti me a meti he me ne professor Abena Oduro omu bi hu ye e ma ye emumi ensa say ye ne ye peke ma meta ye gender ma ho nsem enti ehwe sirem ni hu se sirem aware entem de fe no early marriage no emoa omu ware entem e ma nkwara nso ware no ma wo bebrebe enti ehwe ase ye nsise ya ye betimi de age aboa ma ye sisa de no ho kwai minua saa de na ye ne ye miensa no ye wo nipa bebrebe economies bebrebe ebi mu ye 10 ebi mu ye 5 ebi mu ye 6 ya ye wie ne nansen eminent Ghanaian economist Professor Nesayite former vice chancellor of Legon and Professor Kosibotwe Professor Augustine Fosu wa mu no mu ko gina ona ye ko read chire wo mu ana ansa na de o mu agiatum so it is a document bi sa e wo ho a eno na political parties ne nkofa no mu hwe enye se bi afi no mu kofa nipa bi
abreso no me 40-year development plan na there was a whole 40 years development ni mo itom se mo abreso mo 40-year mama mo 40-year development plan nti o mo but politicians say ba or the manifesto omuni o the manifesto and govern instead of sa national development plan na ye de be ye adwuma no but you are program but you come back to the constitution a manifesto scenario mayen these major manifestos about Abontino a promises about sustainable development ana enkoso e sefata e betimi do baby e o se do se Singapore ne Malaysia man
yo if you have
and I brofo
I well near metimi aka say say Rome was not built in a day say na ye canon na bibia wo fiti ase na wo hwe Ghana impunto na Fourth Republic here yenya just 28 years inti two major political parties your manifesto om dia ba betu dwano omo mienu nya se Ghana fo omo kwan a na so omo betumi aya kakra no betumi aye no se ne eja impenifo mienu na ka no enye ni nya no betumi aye ba unsa I say electioneering there promises ne obetumi aka na ebeto nipa nso asumu ebema nipa no nso ato abama o se ne eja yaka data statistics no social Ghana nya close to about 80% omumu achemiemu for the two major political parties into shepa about we yakwakotu major political parties in nya mienu nya NPP NDC no 10% plus 1 into 10% plus 1 no would it come from the various political party manifesto and I say ebeba from party allegiance and I say send your Professor Jampo kan no ebeba from obi a ne kwa sorry and I say ebeba from baby awufi eno no ho insem kan ye ka no but Oshe NDPC a whole national developmental plan now right up from 1951 eba be see no Oshe na say Ghana nya no ye wo baby say airport wo ye wo baby a say industry wo ye wo baby a say railway wo ye wo baby a say fort wo inti Oshe all of those ones na to say in baby industry wo any baby a kwan wo first class road second class road say ye cocoa road say ye from farming sector to baby ankofo beton ye man all of that no so sure na say Ghana mpuntu no say political party bi aba obefa kakra na kakra no betumi aye no eja ye mam ho no de ye nim say ukọ 4 years say Ghana for pe wasema no masama another 4 years and say Liberia omo ye no 6 years but Ghana had ye 4 years baby ye ko ye nim no mpenimfo say ye tanse ne ye say 4 years na boa yen ana say eda bi beba ye be boy your home say ma political party bi akọ 3 terms ana say ye say the development no ebe boa Ghana mamu a nti social development na in terms of developmental agenda na omumienu nya no kakra no say Ghana beko 2 steps a omumienu nya betumi de Ghana akọ 2 steps say Ghana beko 3 steps a omumienu nya betumi ama Ghana akọ 3 steps but say yenya a whole national developmental plan agenda the two political parties will own it. So Ora Mahama Obaye no can say the manifesto no can say so Ghana for to abamana ombesa akwa ye 72 wehu na che se ombeto aso omo own developmental agenda ompeso mo ye but ese yenya
to aso o baby a president Kufuor edru no
senior kan ne ye bia ne ntiase mu no but ese yenya a nationalistic agenda so osha USA say omo the American dream eno no sectors bi wo hono ma so the political party ba it does not affect it, it does not impact it. Nejamibo USA endra na 19 years after 9/11 eba ye trotro ho kakra. Inti ese Ghana so ye ko yenim no yetumi eka say okay, si ye Ghana man mu a in the next 37 years Ghana be 100. Obo Singapore omu to me transforming Singapore in one generation in 35 years omu to me transforming Singapore from a third world right up to a first world. Say no more ye no Lin Kuan Yew, president of Singapore at that time no or who say na omo to Singapore no omo ne nkoko eneda and or say eh sa nkoko ye omo nyomo dey esisi esesa no it almost started from the educational sector esan say akola bia owo fie bia mu ko school it almost the education no eko school mu honom in terms of cleanliness into Singapore ko no ma untumi sebe untumi gina baby enka se opese uja na nyema into those basic needs no see to me mitigate very well and no ebe boa magana etumpon Professor Jampo eka say once see to me focusing on the issues now we will stop all this insulting and all this name calling but in South Africa time Nelson Mandela free prison by you know or setting up AIDS value system eboa making sure say eye odo eye obo say na be ya white South Africans no any black South Africans no betumi atena in kabomu inti hwehwe ye Ghana politics na esi etumi hwe our own Ghana value system say kasa bi wo hono ma etochi makakra esi otumi ka ho asem say ebia ne aka no wanka ne yie ese obuo ewo omanim ese odo ewo omanim esi enya ye whole Ghana DNA e betumi a drive ye kro no forward because social 21st century between 2020 to 2030 new decade year imbemu wa omuba no omukasa ni bi ono momuka na ento asumuye intininya ka ho with our whole collective development as a country
enuti na more research na me very interested whether or not addresses that issue na Mama Professor Jampo Sako because on also was specific areas he wants to talk about say issue say here Ghana for what say oman sikasem very key issue in 2016 elections. Juma Emranti to me, the talk of unemployed graduate association, any other, ebi wo MPP, the sustainable MPP moana, ebi wo NDC, the sustainable, a workable, and yes, I said the enough of jump can ye can be a keke, just to obey voters in there. Normally, I just fans, parties need the one, a year workable, a bit of yes, our solutions. The voters need here. Is it in the manifesto?
Oh, say Oshe manifesto. It comes from a very national level. A policy. It is our policy. No. They say afterwards, various sectors, various political parties, ebe pipe move for it to be implementable. In terms of sustainability, say omun to me and starting implementation now. You cannot be able to determine say be sustainable. Really?
Free SHS strategy. For instance, free SHS, free SHS. We say from beginning, and even people in NDC, in academia, starting raising issues. Say we are free for everybody. Look at the numbers that are likely to come. Look at the cost, and other sectors may suffer. And a baby and colani better because existing accommodation can be issue. And all the numbers we have account, better. So from the very beginning, we knew about problems a bit in free SHS mamba. Just that politicians no man share your calculation ye until we were forced to go to double track. And now me busa one our cover Singapore you. Does it look like the or manifesto? We have the strategy even before implementation e be do.
Menjin this both political parties omo to me atnas ye ehun say ye we are ebe yes sustainable. But say the American say ebi honoma so the policies to honoma you need to implement it. One in several honoma oka say ebi challenges beba on implement it ya who say your challenges in the beba into implementing as a challenges in the bar. Now for you go back to your drawing table. Now we unpack it say you start here you face challenges so into you migrating from challenge 1 to this. Now and also ya near who near befi mo aba until say a particular kind of policy yeah, I'm implementing to me ka say be challenges we be fi mu aba but to me ka say challenges nso be fi mu aba so a na che say it has to be mitigated say challenges ni pie mu e fi mu ba say na ebe ya ye betumi aso ano.
For example, my memory was saying content. So, what are the problems with the manifesto? So, what's going forward? Who you voter or check it?
Well, meaning to say vote and a bet check here, but see, there's a fundamental problem with the manifestos of both parties. Now, you sit down, you see FAPEM so. Na FAPEM foundation ye weaker. As I say, once a down so ebe buegu. Mbrebi ebesi etwe mu kobra na aban eni ho no wo. Papa bi a political theorist, a friend of Thomas Hobbes, or say na ye will be a friend state of nature. Within the state of nature, na buying any honor, any hon, to be to mediate to trust them, na improvement to and as a development, the socio-economic and political well-being of people weren't guaranteed. Na or can say a beye nasa sumbi beba. As I say, for Eddie or Moho eba abain ase. They have to bring themselves under government. What kind John Locke no more say government ba as I saw or them mrabi yeden eye dwuma say nipa etnase na ye hyehyɛ mra ema aban no na aban no edi edwuma na mra na ye o mo hyehyɛ no identify the various challenges nanka ye wom when we were in the state of nature. Na emra no eso sa challenges na no nti se emra no e wo ho na se eye adwuma challenges ebe wo under governance no ebe den eso ebe ti anase ebe kofom na che se ye hyehye mra ehu hia se mra no look at every aspect of our lives se ne ebe ya ebetumi aboye ho ban na afi ema ye nya challenges bebre nti no wo hia emra papa na itumi serve as a foundation upon which you would build other promises and all that. Now say mra papa ube won say the problems that you seek to find solution to in a manifesto no the problems would reduce into a manifesto no krebe 10 Ghana e bibia ya akese what the constitution compare American constitution American dey ye the bibia ya ka manifesto content bebre na what am I trying to say share. There's a problem with the fundamental law of Ghana. It's a problem. The fundamental law of Ghana. No, it's a problem. Politicians, about 90% of Niaman or Makas or manifesto, those things will not even be there. And what am I talking about? In 2006-2007, there was a study undertaken by the political parties themselves under a program called the Ghana Political Parties Program. It was sponsored by the IE. The study was simply to audit the gaps in Ghana's democracy. Say Tukru be Ghana democracy as a frontier audit. So the study, by the time I studied, my friends and study, and the findings about out. One key finding was that even though Ghana's 1992 constitution had served us well, it nevertheless contains provisions that hinder the maturation of our democratization process. Even though the 1992 constitution had served us well, it nevertheless contains provisions that hinder efforts to fight and to extricate ourselves from the quagmires of poverty and underdevelopment. Just say constitution aboying. Now so our provisions bi wa esi yempuntu ho kwan. Constitution no. Me say constitution papa politicians so munya bokra no mashe because e be deal with so many of the problems so you cannot even find problems biblia obeshe ho bobibi. That was way back in 2006, 2007, 2008. The 1992 constitution had served us well. Nevertheless, it contained provision that hinder our drive towards democratic maturity and hinder that our drive towards, development and so forth. And there, Omaka and say, and around that period, it's around almost 20 years of the implementation of 1992 constitution. So, young try say be amend, be review constitution. And now, one year 2008, and now Omampeni, my friend is saying. Mills ewini into President Mills wini the first SONA, the first State of the Nation address Nia Mekai so kai Mekai answer me because I was the coordinator of the Ghana Political Parties program. Nia kai and say amanyokuo for no say MPP for ni NDC for ni CPP for ni PNC the IE Ghana Political Parties program no na it was a program that brought together the leadership of the various political parties that had representation in parliament to discuss issues of national importance in a non-partisan manner. Into Oma Yenema Bibrede Abuwa Ghana, Omo the Presidential Transition Act, Omo the buy. They prepared it. And the friends Attorney General the year law because they were thinking that the transfer of power from one regime to the other was always fraught with rancor, acrimony, and tension in a manner that brings division within the body politic. Into Omo prepare, into Oma Yenema Bibrede. Now Omo say then our constitution should be reviewed. They saw the idea to Professor Mills. Professor Mills buy no see so political parties ni na omaji atum say yen review constitution there any ye be review. So Professor Mills set up the Constitutional Review Commission. And the structure of the commission was in line with our prescription. Say for MPP for penny for be count. Now for NDC MPP I remember was represented by Akintin Afia Menka of Blessed Memory. NDC had representation.
It's very surprising say nay cry and Constitutional Review Commission.
What say me come by o de nya botre me wo fu ama ono mo nkwan. Almost me chrome for answer menka fund. NC offend them. Professor Mills set up the Constitution Review Commission and the membership encapsulated Ngofu P, MPP FUOM, NDC FUOM, PNC FUOM, CPP FUOM, Nechi experts, constitutional lawyers. Professor Raymond Atuguba, he was the executive secretary in What yet they undertook a nationwide research and nationwide public consultation. Now, what drafted a report? Reporting what is in Ghana from a political to a development constitution. As a man what kind of say the proposals now why based on their consultations say was it to Gwanechi or review constitution and the constitution would aid our quest to bring about development. And what your report around 2012. What your report around the time on there constitutions are Ghana from 1957 on the average maybe 3 years 5 years now you have to watch but for the first time we had a constitution that had lasted for over 20 years into what kind of review now I'm sure the various government institutions are all that will play a role no once why I confused kakra there was a little tussle between parliament and the council of state now they all go up and down on yedida we were ushered into the 2012 elections. Now, year 2012, into year 2012, Abano, the exercise was told. Year 2012, Abatu, we were ushered also into an 8-month period of election petition. Year election petition, and then you have to kickstart or continue the constitution review process. On what is no busy process on what the court challenging the role of the president in the review exercise. Supreme Court also will take time kakra answer what the verdict was about. By the time I was verdict, by the time was the Supreme Court was verdict ban. Now we were also inching towards the 2016 elections. Into no yakoto about 2016 elections and the MPP NDC for then will lose. NDC for Lucy na MPP for Bado. The MPP for Bado na madwin there. Osan there why a constitution review process one kasa no representation one so na obit there or man paying na Akufo-Addo or a I will tell you that he's among the best constitutional lawyers, in Ghana. It's in coming margin then kabia oba the process while your consultee in antina me be ejuma almost 4 years. Na Akufo-Addo nka won hwe. Na ampo moya me ya there. What they will be decided to me aside in their manifesto they've said nothing about constitution review.
In this manifesto
there's nothing in constitution review. I'm saying Eben Kofi Womai. What's him? Why is it an oversight? Another washadara. Na busy one way up na one po busy one way na mbowechi kakana menshada mbowechi p. Na young famra NDC for na we initiated the process. It is their baby. Intino 1 year now, on an election, and Yama Binti went to one thing from 2012 to 2016. Now, will you see? Many mother, worry per tomb, na opede what to abasa ama ho 2020
especially in one more time was starting
oh 2020 manifesto na mim da nka wo botro wo mu fe
one so one
ma kan there is a section of their constitution on parliamentary accountability, parliamentary independence and accountability. No waka bibi kakre bi there. Oh, so what to abamaya? Your Boshia Constitutional Review Commission war report, war recommendation that said we should rethink the appointment of ministers from parliament. On a pen waka.
But that is not
why a document kakraka so many pages now most spend it on man sikapi what the review na consultation there a crop was be adwuma maka kan obi ka chem there o man paying that mahama oka wo lunch na ase there o man paying that mahama oka wo lunch na ase there say oba osande on ho na wash constitution review process na sintim they will bring back the process na ma eche there ma oka no na ma wa atro no ma na ye mfa nya edwuma.
Okay, Prof Jambo mpese odi su ama me ye buy ye dane ye ho abasisia because ye was say ye starting machine bi na fe ye ne era UN consultant ne urban planner era Benabeku ata so who has issues with the transport section.
Mama kind there you see you can promise heaven but if the fundamental law of the land fundamental law of the land so onya it will work to undermine whatever you promise. You must say mama there should be national development plan. You have a constitution that actually frustrates any attempt to formulate a kind article 36 clause 5 or catch all them every 2 years bia over to abama aban bia na aban no prepare any plan or the kama parliament no it's every 2 years bia you how can you have a national plan with this provision the constitution contains so many provisions so worry mama parliament are stronger nka executive no on to munyenza mabiara obotum wa ma ye ho akire hen ade it has so many provisions let me tell you
Prof ye kwa be your system no e was say enye say ye akasa beko of nti en comrade sisia abusia wo gu so out here live critical issues o UTV ye dane en wa basisia e ba na fe de enkomon de aka na ba beto so Prof be shada breaking it down no acheche ne manyina e de ache Okada business ye be breaking it down here time ye pass a law no any issues abani U10 na MPP for ye Okada issues ye basisia.
give me a chance to correct it.
Kasam Akwaba bi wo live e wo UTV critical issues ayede ebro wo live UTV Abeka Junction ye wo shippers and say ye can encourage you so betime follow social media platforms na UTV Ghana na adwenche bia wo no wetime e de aba ama empedifo akese a wo moti dwom no wo maboa ama ye nyina ye hwe se de ba wo beto aba yie na Ghana 2020 no ye nyina ya to aba no man no akonanim. One of the key issues here ko 2020 is that say MPP for omo pese Ghana for san to aba ma omo bi se de ba omo agenda omo di free 2020 e ba ni say 1D 1F free SHS omo beto aso. They say omo di slogan aba say for more to do more. And this is manifesto omo di aba ye service for humanity. I just say adwuma pa. The major campaign slogan for NDC manifesto ne adwuma pa. And it's Afia way omo jiri say adwuma a won be biem ama emrante ayebie ene ade o maka other issues ne other sectors o betimi eboa ebusti one of them na ye Okada de aba be issue o anem say ankofo e de ho so bo ebo o mampenda da mahama say 2012 ene e de mrafoforo eba ye illegalizing Okada inti 2012 ye de sa amra ne ba say we use Okada na motorbike for commercial year e work illegal. Until then, NDC cannot come back and say, or more ever be legalized. In the same way, no, MPP for also our issue because a Vice President, Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia Sukoka say, or more better alternative. No more Okada mekun Ghana for. Meanwhile, now you buying any MTTD officer Babechemu said there's a policy document. I almost started some year when you 2017. No, no more twaso. In fact, almost signed the co-parliament said about kind of regularize Okada no. NDC ma other proposal ni nyina ma ababe ekosi koda nkoda ba said we a obetimi ate ensem city mako Dr. Jampo but before that yenko yera abeku benatha UN consultant osan urban planner nanu ya oni CDD for your consultancy project be o analyze manifestos ni na no ka say in terms of transport no NDC any MPP no be fairly Ghana for obi fairly public transport ya do obi aba agro enodi ebedie and so here for do no public transport and obia efa yera abeku benata no pay good morning ni akwaba
yo
mbacho betimi ache adwuma na mo ye reset na mo ye into manifestos no NDC ni MPP manifestos so e dey na mo hu ye a wo chemu ache say both NDC ni MPP o ma faili ewo manifesto no emu in terms of especially transport any particularly urban transport
yo if you mamenda wasina chia achemfu krachi not one professor Jampo achemfuni no chanema me why akache say me say
abani kazana ya tonka ya
yo
ba ye ntonka wa nti so be ye o microphone ya ma ye a na yetimi ato once na asiye
yo me pacho otemenka
nti pachoko yeah
otemenka dia
mpacho an koso e dey na wugina so in terms of research amoni CDD for year mo conclude research transport sector no both NDC ni MPP manifesto nyina and to me anka ho asem yie aye the solution be ma voters na ye brebre to aba no
yo if you mamenka say CDD ejuma na ye no cover so many areas but we are making me observations na ehame because edin kan my adwuma awo man Ghana ha ekopem baby na me in charge of urban transportation Center for Urban Transportation of Ghana our parliament setting it up by Act 799 na me di anim and sana ye ba bedu sam pempen so no na ya national transport policy asanso a national urban transport policy ama ya asanso a national your friends road traffic regulation in 2012 road traffic regulation 2180 LI 2180 a campaign from parliament any nyina say Okada there yentumi find your commercial services yentumi emma no emfa nipa enko up and down enti yade an ye tintimesi wadada 2012 na nia ehame kese kra ne say SDG goal SDG sustainable development goals ya man penning that mahama no ye co-chair emma woman no mo hwese na yesi implementing as your current president co-chair e kan pen wo send ye betumi afa so a ye betumi ahyehye nyoma ye wade bi so your friend new urban agenda UN for at about 2016 and also chepe a crime befa so I between transport near there. And I wa Africa Agenda 2063 a aspirations about sending Africa for Percy a chichiri ye crew akesia. And to be sure send you mean na me pim be a manifesto see airqua. Na if ya a broom tias imagine to say. Ye nyina ye nim say ya jatum say ya bekoso ama ye man akonanim. Na ye twitwa nneoma dada bia emboayen efri ho. Na ya fa aba for kwan so e di mpuntu aba transportation mu a adent na fe yes akwakofa ade a yabra ewo your friends LI 2180 road traffic regulation so adent yes akọ back akọ say ne sa yenim Okada nya say yes obi adwuma but ma men kan no say Okada no a whole industry a whole business a started free alata ene Benin ewo Togo ewo Burkina etre. But a lot of for us started to anamwa omobra. Omo AC no concept engagement. The truth is that the rule of thumb is every city that operates on 2-wheelers, 3-wheelers is a demonstration of a failed public transport system. Ghana, they are public transport systems. If you Meko University of Science and Technology in the 80s, late 80s. Now me first train with the cop. Now, menkwala bremsus never nim say you were bus 12, bus 13. You were good transport systems. And the affair your population is increasing. Should we go back to 2-wheelers and 3-wheelers, all in the name of politics? I am very disappointed. I was idea when I think said 2 political parties they should come back and address the issue very well within the context of the SDGs, New Urban Agenda, and especially COP21 about climate change. Carbon emissions those who sit behind motorbikes when the amount of fumes are almost inhaling into their nostrils are leading to your friends so I think that on Okada there I think they are failed. On Okada there I think they are failed. They should improve the mass transport systems. MPP is doing well with the railway system. They should improve that one. They should also improve buses because high occupancy vehicles is the way to go. We should go that direction rather than to go back to Okada, all in the name of creating employment. So almost back for advice here. We can provide a lot of advice. There is a way of creating more employment through high occupancy vehicles than going back to Okada.
Mr. Benabekwata, is it not the case, say, nipa yan omoto aba voters na to aba no omo issues and NDC ni MPP ni political parties ni na generally omo address it because omo ankasa se aban nya adwuma bia omo into Okada business ni anti granted say yes Nigeria kra epe kwan obefa mra so a obe bane but Ghana so adwuma ni hare parties ni mienu speaking and omo responding to voters enya no kwan so ano no. Why should we, because of you and examples here, because yes, a better best practices, but in the interim, no, is this not the best way parties in the voters manner?
If you let me throw back your question to you, is there no better way of creating employment than to just allow Okada? People have resorted to Okada because there's no employment. Until let's look at the structural changes that can come into the economy, and then the way we can address employment beyond physical construction and other things. There is the soft side of employment also. In their manifesto, they should be clear on the area, in the areas, and then provide a very transformational solution about employment. I am honestly disappointed because trauma and accident ward you find out the number of people who are getting casualties and getting wounded because of Okada, and then all the sicknesses and diseases that are coming. So Okada no air delivery services, fine, but for commercial purposes, I think it's not the way.
But Mr. Bekwata Mpacho Cheche muche say abansi or regularizer. Is it not the case say Okada no adwuma so positively with other countries, Benin, any Burkina Faso are more designated lanes, which is what NDC proposal or manifesto him say on designated lanes. It is Okada no any cars no ebe come for space. which is what Osha MTTD for records or media bani figures now. The highest number of accident casualties no every Okada. Now and also is because Obia Okada and cars need now fighting for space in the same lane. But NDC proposal no media bani say member dedicated lanes ba working with other countries and what it shows to me and working with just because Nigeria Nigeria.
Okay, if you may answer to Niaou Kane is what kind of country and other cities do we want to develop? Do we want to develop Benin cities? Do we want to develop Burkina cities? Or want to develop Ghanaian cities?
Okay.
I see develop cities here. Yeah, so yeah, be example to others. Now, Medinka said the moment I who said 2-wheelers, any 3-wheelers, dominate with transport space. Not just say there is a failure in your public transport system. Your public transport system is moving people en bloc, moving people in mass. Near 2-wheelers. And why even private cars should operate, should move. But on our transport space, we should have a lot more of buses that are regulated, that are carrying people on scheduled services, that are clean and that are safe. The Okada is a demonstration of the fact that we are now regularizing failed system. Okay. I'm disappointed.
In both parties?
I am disappointed. Even if you want a country to run or your city to run on taxis, it is also a sign, say, you are failing. Into where one particular party is saying, say, Obama more for people to buy taxis and operate. I think that is also not the best. Let us go back to basis. Your city should be livable. Your city should run and be efficient. Your people should be productive. Let us get back to the basics and get mass transportation to be the order of the day.
Okay. Mr. Abekwansa na Abeko, more research na money CDD for year na at any point mu say manifestos no address the enkrofo pe e form ana say the party for na kasa working class no bougie for and on makotans no more church the omo pe. Is it addressing the enkrofo omo to aba no mu here na?
If you say about 3 weeks ago, said Dr. Paul Osekufo in Yakwan Etchetche Muse, on a coordinator for CDD, Ejumaway. Otchetche Muse, sincerely speaking, no, Ejumana ye no, a man you maybe did say, Nipa Bebre, very satisfied with the way Enyoma Ako in going forward, no, except manifestos no responsive and responsible by addressing issues. Professor Menua Techua Menusu can be said I say ye kodum pempen so bia ye nya choiceless democracy akwe parties mienu and omo pre hu no bi pimwe na bi so pimwe but mema sama me can say and based on yaya no we must begin to look at transformational manifestos. Okay. And ma ye who say we number on be to Ghana free sempensway at the aquacosi another level. That is what we should get to.
Mama now as a year Abeku Benatha opening urban planner say consultant now we only CDD for a proper consultancy be my analysis into manifestos and whether or not NDC or MPP or manifestos or media babontino a cassette voters and said the voters na pay and or more tro and now say a nyumbi keke and mama kwatena said the one who Professor Ransford Jampo a political science lecturer Penikes University of Ghana political science department and a year program Bwachidan Kwaso executive director of Kenifo Institute and Dr. George Dunfe so a senior research fellow social policy studies University of Ghana Lagos omo me asa no boy amiate manifestos now do na say ye better bania be politics na kasa side you have proper 2020 Edian eko because na say won say video bi ababonte a o man penda da mahama kra akwa se wo na na do be wu agya no wanyini into show the natural progression of life wa wo ya akokra no una be wu agya abrante nti e ka na do bo no obo agya ho akọ onu odidi obedi won kọ owu a o metua bi emrante na ba betua. There's also this issue of achimfo a yi president mama kra so di na no akotum bi say ajapadi lo say achim mafia and also about in for 2020 election. That is why they no be count beyond the manifesto na earlier na Professor Jampo ya argument we say sanka manifesto ni ba antemo a achim mafia na ade ni ankem ma be kai 2016 yera first say odododio MP Nilante Vanderpool ko Cape Coast NDC manifesto launch ase no koka se na do your short Inti short man they want to be president. Ni nyina politicking. These are all normal politics. You better this issue about messages. Okay, a friend saying Professor Jampo credit card say 2016 ade ba ko edi NDC fo nya ne say sen kom beton wo ho say e ba e be say no oh free SHS enye correct to omo market MPP for message omo ya na suli ya omo luzu bam nti we look at all these politics and kete no and now so can be chair a first President Mahama we look at all that but Professor Jampo we o point now earlier na o make no but any case be our person make you comment about
I think I agree with him and I may wrap up on what I said and I said we don't politicians are always looking for power okay at the expense of the interest of the people and Okada look me come motorbike
yeah me to BMW motor kese bi
ella me start no Okada so especially say me ko be na traffic ya gbo ape so na asefo a what I'll do is park or car no ahwi atina motor bi so but the point is that is that the kind of employment our person woman for a year. So if that is we should ask ourselves if you are person who kun Okada ejuma ebusi ejuma sese ebusi o person o de ukun koye Okada and I say I don't think say that is ejuma any hontina mankofo nso resort to the sa nyuma no ntino say ya de betumi bi economy no mu na abama nyuma ba me sure say nke enu betwa na all of a sudden because of power nti obi say me I rethink the legislation obi say me so kra me yet that na say for not just say we are pandering to the illegality just because ye hwehwe to me feel say Saudi na amayokofo no no you know they do so because omunim say ye mu bebre no ye nim and I said earlier that they thrive on the ignorance of the people say na nka wunim say okọ America unhu say ride Okada ho wakoda na me nso makoda nim say sa ne ma yenye wo ho a anka obo nso mo ka Okada so ka say look your politicking is so infantile and elementary. Let us lift the bar. Names adibi nya na nye yes ye petu minti no na adi ye keka ka bibia. But back to my earlier issue no. Ne na me kan say yenhwe marapon no. Adibi a ye beye bia asoman e bo hye be hye manifesto den you. Ni nyina no entumi nkosi aga. So long as you have a constitution that will stand in the way of implementing some of these things. Intino say enye too later yes MPP for or moon rethink the manifesto process no and yes the America chom said that somebody would sue them for causing financial loss to the state so omagina ya google the amount of money that we spent in the constitution review exercise sort of VAT man call for no modern nam Ghana hey na na etuetu omsika kese na omokoba tsa ahemfu bi ne ayi omo ye Gigi sika kese na yewie ye mfa mba yehwe somebody will sue them entino say enye late ya omo hwehwe kwan ya ombefa so thinking about a next administration no omo be resurrect the constitution review process. I mean the election of MMDC is na sefo ana ye kan na na constitution review na ide aka ho asem entinye ye nkofafafa emu niam nketenkete. Let us have a total overhaul. NDC for nso yes wrong me tell say Mahama kan ordinary kan if there is a way sa constitution review process obe fine obehwe na omode ahye o manifesto num na ebe show seriousness asem wa ye kan de ye catch the omanfo de eye bebre haven't you heard several instances politician bi okaka nsem bi afi odu bebi a ye subject to street proof me kai minister bi obi a ya ne appoint no okaka kan nsem bi yade no call parliamentary vetting committee bisa sanya ona aka o si o me hu nkofo no na ese me nso me ka bibi chiro tin some more politicians e ka de no de to de bi e bebre na mom ne show seriousness and say o mampeni Mahama say o mo the constitution review process no be bad ya and e mesre say o make sure say this is also properly documented so that some of us can also use that as a basis of demand accountability. Now we can never have development in our nation regardless of promises on in their manifesto. If the fundamental law of the land works against effort to bring about development, if the fundamental law of the land undermines constitutionalism, if the fundamental organ of the law of the land undermines our drive towards democratic maturity. What matters is about the constitution. I don't have foundation. See, I'm sure. And the BBA behind.
May back to the politics of it, but don't you job creation. obi abeka job creation na kofa Okada ya se meba ya MPP kire o se ono de 1D 1F na be create jobs said the ba mrante ne maba benya enwuma bebre aye or can free SHS so do obi abenya at least basic education e betimi am wa access na Okada issue ya ba be issue say NDC say obe legalize no said the ba obeti meanwhile NDC kro ya na kofo so no so de Okada law ba ye 2012 ma Okada kra be illegal job dey anything na job creation ye issue as say ama eno na influence NDC ni MPP as say there for example ne ye rabe ko benata mu nyina ka no obi ay confused about Okada issue no
yo me ni aba me dasi you can't job creation in this part of our world na enema makoma ensa ana ama aye issues enema makoma ensa the friend cost of credit interest rate wako bank oko bobosia nsihu say na also the friend policy rate no na the mother of all interest rate no say be hwe Ghana brebi atwam na 12%. Me kamo kakra 2008 2007 money ade ade
president ko for time no
na nenam ho e dey na siye banks no na boa e ma omuniema ko yie pa ma afei na omunama na omu chechira manfo e kwaye omu be fa so e dey omu be create job. In fact, we have moved away from that system now esa ban create jobs. We are not there anymore. China crown they are not there. China has moved away from that situation since early 1980s. So what I say, as a government, you know, what you need to do is to create what we call enabling environment. Now I'm a private sector, and I'm create jobs. Since here, I say Ghana, enipa over 11 million, and a year Juma says here. I mean, is engaging only about 1 million. Tibet do no more Juma, a private sector. So what I say, this over me ba be way. In fact, we have moved away from baby. I say. Ye de fish man sa bre no ye kirem nipa kwaya ye fa so dey ye fish na obe kire no eno ne that make an cost of credit wo oman mu nenne wo so akobo bosia me no ka say of lending rate average lending rate and in 22%. Me no aba this akobo bosia 100 million
but o ka lending rate now on to boas na
yo bank and na kana me be kan wako bank na o kwa akobo bosia e wo bank na se bia wakoje 100 million ne sika opepem wo ha ene e wo bank now say afi na obetua wudi afi no so a obetua no 122 million na je say banks no omo je say
nsi hu no 22
uko abrochi mamu sisi a enam 3%.
That's here ya to omo da
edina make say ho no na ese ye hwe ho yi your policy rate na make ho asem no de na eru akofo timi ya debate for so many years. Okay. Yeah, boa ma fe attractive banks e ma na ma ya say ye because say ni nyina no obi a o ye adwuma no onya opepa e tre ne nkrabatem omo ma wie school so omo nya adwuma no omo so ye dey omo kokobo bosia e de bia adwuma ya omo so ya no omo di atem na ye nkyere ade ye obi obeka say bi oboa enkoda ye kyere omo ade e we legon no they are able to compete with the best in the world anywhere ombeko bia no na ye situation no any system no o US is here because the whole policy rate no 1%. Even below 1%. So US. Ne sa ninti no say omo lending rate ni nam say okọ bank okọje de beto so nam 4% ne 3%. Na wakọje 100 million for example. I'm US. Now they be we juma na da na de we school. Wakọje am 100 of 100 million. First year say na obetua. Wetua ma banks na about 3 million. Second year wetua about 3. Ye fan say
maybe so na we affect job creation.
Na me chechem ye fan say e kodi mfie maku num na wadwuma na wo ye ntimi mfa sika maaya sika say na wetua ma bank na 3 times 5 15. You still have $85 million to work with. Ghana ana nka wona akobo sa abosia na emfie mi ensa bank ne besa dwom sika nyina. Ti sa tam ne say wadwuma na wo bie no enhya anse mfa sika maaya wo be konsawam.
Okay.
So what I say, by US no, you still have 85 to make sure this business thrives. Na that yan kwa maybe no. Ama wo adwuma na wo so so anam sa kwa say dey. Afa manfo
abomanya adwuma. NDC ne MPP omie no manifesto no addresses our issues
and NDC can say oba strengthen the macro economy no. Na interest rate can ho bi. But the entire me team ya me na kakra say omo beto no 12%.
Okay.
Omo beto no 12% no. Ye hu ye no 2015 then na 27%. The whole
From
Africa
12% to 27%.
27. The whole Africa policy rate the mother of all interest rate, that's the rate that Bank of Ghana lends to other commercial banks, was the highest in Africa apart from Namibia.
In 2012.
2015, Ghana was better than only Namibia. In fact, at the time of President Mahama Ebekono, December 2015, now your policy rate is 25.5%. 25.5%, and that was still the second highest in Africa and the third highest in the world. You can't grow an economy and create job for the people with that kind of interest. What do you mean? Say I mean okay say and then I'm 14.5.
Okay.
And until na all can say uja economy bi ana eye na we ma beji asem na me ne nya adwen da.
Okay.
Because ni bi no actually say.
Does it mean say because of that until no say NDC promises so best son no we create jobs are
going to be aye.
Okay.
NDC about to say I mean Akufo-Addo beto 25.5 and then about 14.5. And this cash will be in the Aku 6 and Cote d'Ivoire and I'm 6 in the 7.
Okay.
And to obey me. But Nanka on Kaya no Jansa or Becas or Yebida.
Okay.
So or can't why Yebida and the oil is over from 12 from Kufo and Okojano. I mean 25.5. And
so that is some kind of failure.
It is no all can there and that is we are going back.
Okay.
So what I say, but say or say boss obey dia, me jitum say Nana Akufo-Addo aye no. Also betimi aye. But there na me what problem so can say why you be done no. I no do hwan ko anka.
Okay, ti yen job creation so in MPP manifesto.
Me ba job creation maka ne maka ba ko. Cost of credit. Ade ba ko say cost of energy.
But person show in terms of manifesto.
Me kan nyina wo omu nyina manifesto. Electricity. So obey reliable and what affordable supply of energy.
Okay.
Enye dum so da bia wo hia wo benya ana eyese no bo so yefo adwuma bebrebe agu yewe mu a ise ne Dr. Akam na me kasa study no adwuma bebrebe intimi nkoso wo Ghana ye sa study we wo Ghana ye ni wo Kenya ne ye ni wo Uganda ene de hwe nema na ye pepepepepe ne ma ko yusu wo Uganda no ande koso wo Ghana adwuma bebrebe agu ni titru no say cost of credit because okokobo busia or banga na banks for na jizike ni nyina na adwuma na egu a de adwuma wura no e de obeye I'm unemployed and nam say egu no so ntino say bia nka adwuma no e ko so anko betimi e dey afa nipa mienu na me say we enu ko free ho a de na me ka e dey of energy no cost of energy and de Ghana ye de no kra de ya chen o man bia energy board electricity board tin do
e wo Ghana ha
we dey compare other countries na edi ne sent no wadwuma na wo ye na wo kakra na ade be che no ade ni nyina akwa tua electricity nti wadwuma ni ntimi tumpon na watimi ade afa obi amon so be ye adwuma ni bi
so look I mean man nyina electricity no do you see say NDC ni MPP manifesto no obi kire kwan a obefa so
ate nyina o maka me can last one I mean rap the last one tax
badok mbacho
do go na ntua tax
o de kankane ano mami ansa what NDC ni MPP mo mienu manifesto no no kwan ben so no mo nyina ka so mbe ma ne boayefo say the ba ankrankra nya bi na jobs na tumi
ne boayefo no de nya clear I say
both of them are selling
I say de no mo kan say ye be omo be boama agina so ne nyina so no de me kan reliable supply no eno na omo aye ho nhyehyeye eno ho nhyehyeye ne ba ne say ye ya ma na yefo no de I say na Dubai wo ye ne me bi gas bi ani akoto ana ne board ne oyeye ma no ba for ma ye tete so ni ade me why this time want our ma cleanse on baby so betimi aye sada but say Kenya kopon aboye ye ni aye tu ye ni aye gas so what is here and hono so kra de me problem am me wono eso IPPs no adi ka me problem me ka independent power and producers sa ne enje ni omu ye ya sabe ne omu wo ha ye hia omu so aye twi omu ka no energy sector na wo problem dada to say baby ana ye say fami kwa me ka say me ni aba nya adwene because energy sector wo problem papa
into job creation the parties ni me no manifestos ni na
omu ni ama na omu ka no I say the ye pa tie no omu person omu ka kire ye say in fact no so the me ka say na me anya so fair to MPP because ba macroeconomic yina ya no mo ya de kakra especially interest rate asem and na ka electricity crisis and e be dia dance December 2016 electricity bo ana wo no ene de no for chance to mo ba mo de
is it not true say MPP for electricity ne bo for no is because of NDC for adwuma wo mo ye say car power sustainable electricity
party betimi aka ho men kan say omo no de omo betu ye ni na omo akọ negotiations akọ to gas wo ba bi di aba na omo koye amere negotiations ma ebe yefo so what I say NDC anko ya ma no bo anya jana asanka mo ka mutim me ma no bo anya fo ma monte so enti o kasa me ne unji ho echenye but the me kan say economy ni job creation na man focus job creation ni say ma fa teacher for say eye teacher for do say na betimi afa omo da bia enje bia na school yi asa enti da bia betimi afa teacher for da bia betimi afa nurses say abai say am private sector no omo na ni cost na no so de asa ya na MPP ade wo ho ti sa na ma miensa ma ken taxes ye tua adwumakuo ba ko so omo nya say of a jerry hu say wona say wutua na ye be chase apa amanfa mo 20 ba ko wutua no ni asesa agunu so na adwuma na gu electricity bo den am cost of credit it is a wo person wo ye neme ya build the macro economy no wutimi ye ni ye na say sa interest rate amaking aba forma obi wie legona ono kra no person say am ye friend CEO okwa ko bie ono anadwuma na ma wie legona ya kire me na say kwa fa so bie adwuma na say ehun akade ni wa how do I go so enti enema me be onema o maka ni nyina say am president Muhammad dey say me say afforestation program bi o mo peso wo ye ebeboa those things ni ye
youth way models na say
ebi ye infrastructure so ye ebeboa ma job creation ni nyina boa but fundamental any ye key pa na say macro economy no say electricity bo say ye cost of credit no ebe affordable na dodo na atimi inside can be say the aburuche na aburuche ni Ghana difference ni nyina say over there the credit is affordable nti obi atimi efa bi e de bia adwuma efa emo no ano ho fa afoforo yetimi duru san pempenso na ene beboa chense yenye Okada ya omuye no ade ba ko a amanfo UF ni say it's not job creation, it's job replacement. Because nkrofo bi eka trotro dada nkrofo bi eka taxi dada ti say wo kokko ye Okada na say omu ja trotro fa no omu ja taxi fa ebi muso adwuma ye dey egu me dey na menya expert papa no kasa na me hwe na o kasa the health issues bi baba anya sa de nanka Okada na baby kakra nanka me pen say na say me cause Savannah region me nua ba ye ka ye dey adwuma ni bi
how dey omu use motor ni bicycle
enti baby a nkurase ni baby sa ni de nka ye betin ahihye mrama o ma wisu nanka highway ni de ya bane aka ba
okay you rappel group my member ho ne ko youth emebu no sin ade what is the plan a per more analysis between NDC and MPP why because your youth no na do so pa wo Ghana omo so na unemployment asemi omo do so why na what the best plan for the youth
yo answer na mekoso no if you a bit of a statistics say ohwe Ghana krona yeah about 29 million 31 million people I mean 2020 census no data statistics no now show the age range na
omunyanya
census no
data estimate
based on 2010
population estimate
yes iti osha we have approximately about 57% of young people under the age of 25 na memma statistics na kakran sa na ya hwe manifesto no baby obia de esifa social age range na from 0 to 14 37.44%. No, male and female bracket in India about 5 million. I mean, approximately. Now, 15 teenagers, 15 to 24 years, about 18.64%. And also, in Bemu and in Bema, about 2.7 million. And Ambano, also, about 2.7 million, 0.5 people. Now 25 to 54 years, about 34,
which is a working group, 25
yes,
to
24 years,
24 years,
about 34.24%. And also, in Bemanisa, about 4.8 million, and Ambani 5.1 million, and a jam penny for 60 and above, and 5.21% in Yamanema. But dependency ratio also ever boy in Kakra. Because youth dependency ratio now is 62.2%. Dependency ratio on elderly people. Now, Siaka entire youth development now, mashe both political parties. Eja abatona yekomu and election also yekomu. Say Osha omumienu a say Ghana for e decide say ombememo mo akwenye no normal ba be diso a kakra na NDC be ye no ebeboa imemu ano kakra no so a MPP aye na omuka so mbetumi ato ano so no eno so beboa memu ano but mehwe entertainment so hwe youth development e wo baby a say imemu ano omu channel omu energies one of them entertainment na entertainment no hwe MPP manifesto no mo si ombo build entertainment centers
I said no mo fail first one. The last 2016 manifesto MPP Kaso Basic Theater every region getting to the end of a year almost say omo renovate Kofodia that is not built.
And Osha NDC so almost say omo beye sporting facilities ni nyama but ineme bi wonu ma e kan imemu ani bom. One of them sports and one of them entertainment. Inti si ehwe nipa mienu we no ma obia obenya akwendie edi Ghana so no eso ma na ni ekoho no se na be ya the entire development of the youth no ebeba so.
But do you see say osi omo nko omo ani nko ba ade omo de omo ani akoho
say senior
plan no ma ye na
say senior ye hwe krata so.
What is NDC promising youth centers because I know the MPP for I are there in the sports centers. What they say omo see AstroTurf more than 10 omo ye youth development centers in every region. Yes, and there MPP ya ko your sports presenters akọ check omo see in fact yeah enro akra ye ko Azuma Nelson sports complex is 82% complete. Nti e ho no de MPP for deliver e wo ho but theaters no so mbesi in regions so and no to mean deliver e okay say no kra they had to take people to even demonstrate because almost omo de ko chebi and am converse na kuma would for yi do say na feature bi am de ayi no ko chebi. Nti if you take sports you never creative arts mbom who has a better plan for youth no thermo analysis no
Afia
if
you are best stick your head out
to na my analysis no until you stick your head out na what you found is not necessarily the but what
no
you found.
I mean to be honest social both political parties are nia opese oba no wachocho na maybe opese oye edo so bebre intimi pese mekokoko wo hu ena ni otiso no so no enyema kakra wa ye na ohwa obetumi ato aso no so atrotro ni opese oye but eja ninya ewo Ghana for insem
come December 7 research na mo ye no say because you were able to give a conclusion say for instance social NDC manifesto na ayen kasa ni dompe Oya MPP manifesto na meet no na say in terms of youth no e dey na MPP aye che say meet wo.
If you say I say why you the pa.
Oh yeah I am the but you see one of the things I know me catch us pay reporters report on the ground about say so cause MPP dey meet wo ma then they meet in terms of youth centers in there they have delivered. Youth in terms of AstroTurf they have delivered. In terms of theaters they have failed there. What is the plan? Because you know this issue about this week about Yakoma Shatawale any other people 2 million any Jacomo 250k any other conform say the figures are not but they were giving a certain amount of money to be ambassadors for you but me call Dr. Jampo for example because me person who they catch what the research says on the ground. Why there what better plan for the youth? Then we move to the politics. For example,
like he rightly said, I mean, the majority of our population are young. If you look at voting population, is young, workforce young. In terms of you, if okay youth development, yes, sports, you're talking about mechanisms and interventions put in place to train, educate, empower, and prepare young people to be able to participate in matters of the state now and also the future. The lead government agency that is in charge of youth development is the National Youth Council, that they now call National Youth Authority. If you want to see which whether regimes have been interested in youth development now, go and look at the budget of the National Youth Council or National Youth Authority. Look at that. Compare it with the budget of Ministry of Youth and Sports. Or compare the amount of money that goes to youth development to sports development. Compare. local sports development compare the amount of money that goes to football. Never compared to youth development. Ubon say we are not serious. I mean, as a nation, you see, young people are expected to bid their time and to play their role as foot soldiers. We require them that they do the bidding of politicians and fight dirty political wars of politicians. They are agents that are required to be recruited to foment violent conflict. Na say for your omu wie ni omu wie sa ne ma ni na wie a we are near dampo. Nti no me hu ne ma bia ebenum kan de be yes. The point is that how have we empowered young people? How have we ensured say they are developed? How have we ensured say even at various levels of decision making, you know, we put them there for them to be able to learn their ropes and to be able to take over the mantle of leadership of this country. If the future belongs to the youth must be prepared now for the future. But in my view, you know, we haven't prepared our young people very well, and unfortunately for the youth, you know, we've allowed ourselves to be polarized on partisan grounds. And so, I said, many young people lack the sense of agency to fight for themselves. Until we can't say about young person, no, can't party asem. Until young people themselves come together to form one constituency to canvass for themselves, you know, and to articulate a better treatment for themselves by politicians, you know. Because we are agro atopre. Then I'm not making say we're a young person now. So you've been made to believe, say, Okada, whose role no is to be a full soldier. Oh, the other say. Young people.
Why not this argument?
Politicians, Lankasa. Intino, we are younger. Oh, will be a young person. Wako school. Was you idea? Why? Wakonim? Wakadari one. Just why experience and for to me, I be. Among your Kobian and for Dibiabia and Shawn Sound. You train why aquacorana. When you diabetes, when you high blood pressure, over withdrew. As I said, what shall one nana no a hot na fever for a brana, young for Dibia being shown. Just say, I'm ranching and Maba and the Yato Maji for. In my view, politicians have paid lip service to the quest for youth development and the manifesto in some America Canino may say, oh, person who said they are interested in youth development. Go to National Youth Authority, go to all the 11 or so youth leadership training centers. National say, and Yama Bani at Romo, Nafe compare the annual budget of the National Youth Authority to the budget that goes to sports. What sports are? What can it be? Football, Black Stars for show budget. And you see that we haven't been interested in empowering our young people. And I'm telling you that a nation that does not empower its youth and a nation that continue to marginalize its youth, you know, is condemned to bleed to death. It would have no future. Okay. And I'm saying if the future belongs to the youth then the youth must be engaged now. And binomu yesi omunko yo
Okada because I know so youth engagement.
Oh, there be now who near Bema no person or Okada say ye Okada ye kind workers people who have employed that employees you meeting now do who near you Okada also because no so can. I mean, then you kind job replacement. They say who ma ebinum Okada kran so ye. My point is that let us look at better ways of empowering young people. So young people no say empowerment so na sebe omo edwuma papa bi ya. Ye beto aba enye no say started boy asapon asundwe nyom ne amanfo be started akoko prayer centers akobo bompa ye say asundwe because we have not empowered the youth. Inti enimu say the little thing who have a cohort, age cohort, I bet me mobilize on ekodi etutrasem. Na ye na nka wo sorry anopa kosi enwumre wo tia wo ye adwuma. Me nso me sorry anopa kosi enwumre me tia me adwuma, ono so tia no onso ko adwuma. Wan na ye be frɛ no? Wan na ye be frɛ no say onko na onkodi etutrasem ne entu nani anase ye ntutu ombo no anase there will be nobody. And my point is that young people themselves, you know, we must be up and alive. Now, let's read in between the lines. See, I'm just now. Social media, the brand here no mama why? To the beer, you see, we are now show. Even when you are talking for them or not, they attack you.
Exactly.
What come on? What come on? Me say, make us dano papa papa ya na ochesika o ma award for good governance your friend saying papa
young boy na
debi papa na o
say nye UN
Mo Ibrahim na o kire say we compare developed countries on leadership they are relatively young. Emmanuel Macron became a president in France at an age and Ghana and Quebec are qualified. Ghana obedi president na American Ghana obedi president this way the 40 and so in France he was 39. No say to the bia obi edi 80 years no na oti wheelchair mu no o say mesa akobium na oti wheelchair mu na okọ campaign edu campaign cross me ntumi nyan so mesa yeden akobium na sefo ye hwe tete no kane no dia eba ene se hwe wa hwe Bible mu Afia yesi ahemfo a ohim bi wo hwa ye fa no wedi 8 years ohim bi wo ye fa no wedi 12 years what you say and so they were able to govern in a manner that pleased God and in a manner that pleased their own people 8 years in kadeno obeye wo kai wo hwe ye traditional setting a traditional system of government CF you say ye wo ohene na obrempon eden etiase na ohene wo start say wo di etutra asem a mpanimfo ka che won say na obeto yen and say wo no ba ye no we young mpanimfo no wo ho in traditional system of governance no mpanimfo no take a state they take a position behind the scenes and answer one mo e de omsere they make available the omsere na nkwala na eden atena so esan say mo young men no mo na mo mojamo no mo na mo ahoden mo na mo the resilience and toughness mo na betumi aye na eba na experience ayen behind the scenes into ni otwa sane nim se ne chiachia na yen yetumofo na oba ye Ghana asese ni akoye na nkwakorafo ne mberwafo no pese omomom edi enim na on e wa ahoden mom edi echi na manche maba mom e support etu omfo but it shouldn't be like that won esese empower young people no na omomom etumi take over the mantle of leadership na mpenimfo no wo behind the scenes na essence or more experience na or more wisdom na or more experience then eboa
okay Prof. John me pass here the politics of 2020 is already the new baby but we cry covid and our boy nya covid and ka now no ka politics gidigidi kra ye hu statement of President Mama akọ cancer President Kufuor bewu eja no because of ye hu achim mafia asemi abaye ne say de nkura kese miensa e wa achim mamu aye demonstration say President Mama mepa wo mo che onye sa wo ma ne meye campaign e ho no na nkofo se na mo so ye mo dia e na obi zo abeka se na say President Mama ko kasa achim mafia onkyere achimfo nyina nti e de na achimfo nyina e pese wo moje e de e ma mo e bi so se e plain politics e na achimfo ye hu before ye bedu sa be registration no the course of water region NDC so ye the press conference cast MPP for too many ADC ye nuanama of water region no so in fact omukoti statement honorable Katie Amon be make your case bi mu nya Ghana for enkofo ono say enkofo na je na no ADC bo na nya so o case waterians nya Ghana for ne mu say omo ano mo nya Ghana for omo fa water region ba ebe twa omu din of water region na na opache so this kind of politics na I can't say dirty politics and I'm say you can was na you bebo President Mama video no but in the meantime mama read the comments be binom ede aba
so man pese answer ma mencha we can blame deputy we blame politics na ya mempe you can't politics is just about decision making where you plain irrationalism and your politics men can oh yes na de bia no wo kira de level 100 da wo bread say you have to spend time
to explain
say politics is not about deceit it's not about being a dirty game na for a plain irrationalism.
I call it politics.
Politics.
Okay. It's not politics.
Okay. It's my mega message is Elder Okada.
Lack of leadership.
Lack of leadership. Elder Okada no Long Island. No see if ya one was time they bia make and run up of Sajampo Kano. Or say Nyankopon Shamo because say a constitution ya nye complete overhaul of the constitution. Say ya ena ye benya constitution ni hian sakai said that Professor Jampo can answer ye to me akoye because say anyasa amanyosem no be take the order of the day no say ojiri say am to say Canada, France, Germany, Japan, UK wo nyina no in the course of their lifetime no mo te say Africa say the Ghana ye tie ya nti yakoye ni mo a na te say bibi o mo ye nti na mo makom no ene de say ne ya fa o mampani na do say ECOWAS chair kakra ya aka no onye bibi e be sakra Ghana ye hyebre said eba e betimi aboa mo man no akọ nanim Elder Okran and review Long Island no de eba no ye ma me ye friend EFS cylinder manufacturing agent Irama Esiam Francis Esiam say need Irabna Esiam. I don't know ka sefia records are very clear. Enya de betimi ansan Okada business here NDT for the year politics so antia say the NDT the year politics was send statistics be crowd the account say in fact social road traffic accident 2019 kwa ekumnipa 2284 2019 pe oba a year EFS commercial vehicles a woman 925 afa injuries omo prior 7621 private cars nya accident 627 enipa prior wo me 3302 ana o ka se pedestrians o ma car bomb nemo uba Okada nko a motorcycle accident 4643 emu 723 ne omu wuyi kojoto at the moment 723 2019 pe emu 3474 any prior into also o compare omo pra ewo Okada mu na ye more than normal private cars normal commercial vehicles inti we nyina na abanka se ewo se wo mo hwe realistic issues bi a wo betimi e de aba ana o ka se overall o ka ni nyina akra boma Okada no nkom nipa 600 this year cranko na wie ye 600 inti we nya ade e wo se NDC e de politics se de rubber is name MD e Ghana Cylinder Manufacturing Agency Okada no se nye politics inti the NDC ye nde o ndo gidi se amanyosem NDC fo ni adwene se ompeso ombo nkrofo saving nkrofo life na na boatin penny kese no se fia asema Dr. Jampo Professor Jampo ne dog EFS don fe kana true pa so nyakopon be sha o man Ghana niema bi won ma wo se ye one of the key areas o se ye mabunu a o se etumi hwe omo no ye kan abana ewo kantamanto no se fia mahwe NDC manifesto no pa kan conclude say NDC 2020 no manifesto no adada Sa Okada asemi omo Kenya ye na ada no omo de dada Ghana fo omu ni opepe bia say they actually want to see say ade ne be ye adwuma ne mom so omo benya bi omo de be dada nkofo nkwa ne ade a omo eyo se say the ora benata ba muzum no so a na oka say parties mienu nyina we disappointed all of them no sa no so na Christopher say good morning vim lady media me wo New York na me hwe mo pa no pe na ampo asem oka no che say true pa o say I got a chance some drive ewo friends South Africa na omu key issues no emabunu no omo ka omo ho asem kese pa anti de Professor Jampo kan say se pese e beboa emabunu ema oman no eyeye pa eno ne ade wo se ka ho asem me yenye se agro keke party for no say truth obi ani proper strategic plan bia o de beboa emabunu ama omaka omani no ane frefe kobo ya parties agudo nyina no ya na omo ye omu wi na omo so omo de ba beboa ama oman no akọ animu na abrantia ba kwa asem o de aba wo statistics subscribe afa NDC any MPP won pay price unit they are not don't fair can in terms of electricity board between NDC any MPP no ka say under MPP for by from September ABC September year mu no wa fa September 2013 and 2016 also share 2013 year and under NDC year on year percentage wise for electricity a boy 283% and on the two electricity mu over MPP 2000 year on year percentage average 11%. Into one dog don't fair adwene say electricity board party NDC ni MPP o de toto ho a MPP for mum na aboa Ghana chain NDC cannot make any fake claims. Ewo manifesto no emu na friends Solomon Esiam o si osu Kwame Usu also Ohio otie pa na Benedict Fianko Boatin so Facebook ewo UTV page no so asema o can say or say if you are some of the manifestos are unrealistic imagine paying 50% fees for tertiary students na ubeyeden ubenye sika no we na odi ahyem o the breakdown free na odi ba also the message we fi drobo and odi we ba na or the same Kwame Usu no say okay me hwe mo live na Solomon Esian or say good job pa na UTV mo hwe no monko so na monye adwuma no na moma ensem nyina enko yenim no say edu baby na sound bi ebreki Gabriel Suta no say critical thinkers e wo Ghana omo odwin asem no ho aka na obi afa asem a Professor Jampo kan say even mabu no to de bia wo kan bia mo kra na omo san bedi watam nti so wo ye babu na mo ani na ho na dwen ho no omo ye critical thinkers ndi omo hwe analyze pa omo nye dirty food soldiers ke omo ye social media langers Gabriel Suta asem a o kan no na Solomon Esian no say fia wo sound no ene enye sound no nye ho ye baka change engineers no ma check e dia ma because ye de anke sound de 100% pa 100 and 100. Adjoin Shano say Vim, Yakupo Shamu, Pa Joseph Tetekpe, and also you have just made my day. Catch up Professor Jampo say, me say he has just made my day. And the Ghana First will say thank you, Prof. Jampo. What they are somewhere bapa said the same youth now. Yeah, kasama omono the same youth will turn back and insult us. We see the MY Ewokwambia SO and afi your friend say Eric Dankwa no see tertiary institution students be no were asked to pay for utilities on not some money by Eric Dankwa de ne to the bia no odi nyina cry atem e de ka ho but Marie Claire Soga Arthur no say coalition government is the best way forward. But Dr. Jampo no Professor Jampo ne dog don for analysis on me say yentumi nya na no na Dr. Sansante cry che mu say yentumi nya coalition government that because Ghana no third force nkete parties ni na do 5% common so a coalition government Ghana e be 20 years bi e na be ye adwuma Rainbow Okasoa no say we are still waiting for Mahama to apologize to Achimfo no tiefia ye ne ne nyadwen ne ye ne ne nyadwen chena ono so na sema all kan eno na mankwa Amos no say mo live e wo Italy e na mo hwe mo no say fia MPP e no more something good for the Ghana youth on the ohun NDC wa kan manifesto no but o sheda hu bibi papa bi e wo mu for the youth ubetu gum and one also say vim lady I'm listening to you waboso kan no manifesto can challenge that of gum na mo gum no mo manifesto kra wo here yente mo kan eno ane kasa na mo kan ti mo fa manifesto mra na yehu and Joseph Asante no say 21st century whilst others are thinking of using bullet chains any sky chains sky taxis Ghana de Okada o se Ghana nyakopon hwe empanifo no nipa bone pa na ye wo no e na wo beti gum fo emu asende na mo send message mo fa manifesto mra na mo nya mo beti gum no Imano Billy no say Nigeria has banned Okada in Abuja Lagos any other state Ghana de o say be ya muntie de openi Ben Arthur e kan ye no e na Edmond Ankro say I like Dr. Fe pa nyasasem e na o kan ba Ghana for ye mpeno kra ye ntie na afema bampo na kapase ye de aye adwuma brante ba ko wo say on the JDM all the way ono a e na ode ma no de obi abeka bia ontie eno so mpedifo achem dada e na Dr. Fe kan de bi no moto aba na moto no on party lines ni ade AJ Rick no say how can someone who doesn't understand the concept of free education extend to private schools? Well, President Mahama also so person they call private schools. How are you going to do that? And Nabil no say 4 more for Nana. And one on the baby ojina on sisa na dwene e wo kwambia eso. Pacho yenko President Mahama video na ok can say ye first say President Kufuor be wu e de agya no. Na we add that to the whole about the politics then Professor Jampo Chem say irrationality. Enye politics irrationality obi etieti obi tenten obi ode nana emedi president that obedi president I just say all the John ni na irrational issues ye dey call politics mo but that is not eno ntua emma bia school fees ananya wo kwan no enye ogata no so yen trip video no ba ni abeto enkomo no so going for 2020 no what that means for us
of Akufo-Addo is shorter than all you young people. If you go to the market, you see a small goat skin and you see an old goat skin. Young people can die, I agree. But if the natural order is to be maintained, somebody who is 20 years old here is going to live maybe the next 50 years. I, at my age, I'm going to live shorter. Nana Akufo-Addo is going to live shorter. Because at his age, in the natural order of things, if everybody is going according to his age, he has a shorter time. No, I'm making a point. Because that debt, he is not going to pay it. Maybe.
Enti video we wiki mu nyina atrend pa na ye other ones so from President Akufo-Addo person ke ebo ba ko ye nsakan ye bebo ni nyina so ama wahu te the politics of irrationality na both sides na Dr. Fe we does it mean anything for 2020 say ye the instead of ye beka issues amu nyina maka wasem na ye no say any way free na ade what does that mean for us
ma mensha se nka se ya na omuta eka sama nipa na peso omutie ene kire wo so obetia unse na o ya analysis ni nya na ho ayedin badu time o si ni pise Nana Akufo-Addo Depreciation no sa manfo budget so nti manfo ani je ho manfo ani but on the most serious
note one say the opponent be wu
on the most serious note asema no kan na o ka asembi na ma menchirechiri mu as an economist na menchire se meni kanema mpanyin yewra adwoma ama enya adwen
ewo na sama okan no patch say onu osa nti se na Akufo-Addo abobosin egu pa ono so ebo bi pa so what does na opese wo ye bibi kire say enam so wosu nti ye to abama na ona betua aka no enye sa nete bosia bebrebe a ye bo na anu so betia na otwemienu ni ne pepepe me ni yewura adongo ewo afidie wi aso the same program na me kirechi no mu say wo say omo baaye na omo akatua de friend am interest payment na 11 billion pe and I could do 22 because of say about we say name ye na me ka say no we say dia ni na wa wubu ahonfo because uko parliament omo di loan na enye dana na omutu aka in fact you see Ridge Hospital you see boame kasoa am interchange ya ye de sa name ni nyina no e loan ye de ye na loan ukokoje a mostly no ye ma 5 year moratorium na je say emfie num no ohun untua nansi abatia
say no mpo de do o deviate kakra because no dey
no deviate
against way ye irrational
no o kire bibia katua bi asem na no o katua
but at least no ne issue base
we jam yankama kan wi on say we say na o ma
because say baby ye free one
enye issue Matthias but Mr.
Mama me wa research I can say only 12% pay
yeah Matthias na me pesa me kan asem bi si ne debt no so sa ka bebre ba ya na ba bi bon na so betia na Akufo-Addo ye call covid wa koje $1 billion ewo offender IMF sa sika no koje ye ma 5 year moratorium e chese nya na Akufo-Addo ne betua se o weni bi odia na bi obe ha se etua it is say kana ye etua no se unso o term of office so a ukọ na ukọ a enye se bia wumu ye nti no e ka no ye be fro fi amu abetua as a former president ye sitting president no ene hwema yetua ka no ti na asema wo ka no se obi nyini no nyame no kwara anim ni enye wunyini na wuditua wo term of office so na wo kwa e ka no mfa wo bio ti na omo ba no omo ba ya omo nhwe o machi no omo ko ne se interest rate ni ye se ya no maje no mda be ya de kakra bi because this yetua e do certain pabam no ono akotra nche no sa blame the then government say o de na we
ahama so patch say owu kwa onu ntua tax na ni tax money aba be kan esika na ye di kotua ka no
and na so owu kwa ni tax money emeka nipa ba ko tax ni tua we are talking about 20 billion last year this year ka se ye betua nya covid ni ye ka se ye tua ye ka ne say be spend 85 billion and mu 22 billion ke di kotua ka enu ye djuma bebrebe aba na ya wi agi ho yan kan say o ma gi ho animu nyam kono na fofora ba no otua
sa ka ne nya ka Akufo-Addo
na me cheche ma dongo e be ka na me ka say Turnout odi na me twa me cheche mu o fra me fifi na me cheche ni mu say sa 22 billion na ko hwe say ye ne ka ye ka say interest payment a bosia wabo na wo da bosia ne eguho amene ye ekopim say ye call hepic no mo di bebrebe che ye free e ka na ye tua ye interest payment 22 billion from President Kofo because e ka no komo di ni nyina ye ache when I'm hepic no so what I say e man ko ka domestic debt no external ni de almost all omu kakakra bi so entifiri oba no ye boaguma especially 2013 2014 your debt accumulation ratio 49.9%. E dey na kire. Now obusia usika wo ka odi nyina ya 100 cedis 2014 kwa no obusia 49 cedis na kan wo ka ho.
49 million.
So me ka say debt accumulation ratio the highest in our economic history was 2014 49.9%.
Oh sir 49.9.
The kire ni say 49.9 kire say na wo ka nyina ya 100 cedis 2014 kwa wo obusia 49 cedis.
No they can.
So what I say 2013 na 47%. The year 2016 and about 21. 2018 about 11. It is no because you about 11 without the banking sector bailout, 19 with the banking sector bailout. Okay. So even with the banking sector bailout and the engineer BT 2016
record no.
It didn't dynamic catch.
Even with the banking sector bailout,
yeah, BT dynamic catching you don't go say or analyzing your debt situation on only now on your dear work as nominal you know say you better I'm 22 I'm 256 then I say the depreciation effect because answer na the rare figure no you have to disentangle the depreciation effect the inflation effect which he has not done in the basana you have no business comparing 1 year's nominal figures to another year.
Okay.
In economics, if you do that, we say you are suffering from money illusion, and that was the. I mean, yeah. Can I mean say? What's the cousin my number?
One in a bay 101.
As a name boy, a tear say na yes, say misleading amount for. I'm Professor Jampo. Who bought the gon say see who person economics? I will call economics department. Who call business administration? I will be also and said the whole world don't are the best economists. We don't do that. I'm a political scientist. Me so what I say because man political science department, me economics department. And you also be a in India cause or the year Juma. And only a bebo man and a coba say 10 biana dear be a minimum no my meji home in answer minimum. Na me 2 foot to go a month for no na de saka century kasa hunu na eba.
Okay. My because mate o connection between the president mama e kan no ne owu no age no asem no. Cause see o say no cross say the oka say yegusu tu ayeka from president Kufuor say president Kufuor to what you say we
can be cry Rollins.
And president Kufuor so wanyini cry chem nanado. And so what wo? Your program remember na me call Professor Jampo say this politics na Professor Jampo ka say politics of irrationality. Enya politics, irrationality. What do you think say can for 2020? Although so far you won't less of it this year because of COVID-19 no. So answer say we aba from kakra.
Yo, if Yametimi Akane say, before Professor Jampo, but Metimi Akane say a lack of leadership. Because Papa Bitro na seminar, your friend Jim Collins, now stated the 5 levels of leadership. Now, yen Kandifu Institute, so they say Kandifu ye 3 kase chese we leader. Now say Siakas will be a president. Now say what reached the highest level of leadership at the pinnacle. Inti so the president na so we are ewiasifo nya edi obuoma ena se o sign person o sign bebedi o mani so biem na che se se a o candidate na so your candidate in sema obeka no so no reflect on you as an individual. Na Jim Collins can say there are 5 levels of leadership. In fitiase no level 1 a highly capable individuals. Or say a young one making significant contributions through talent and knowledge and skills. Or say level 2 ye omo contributed to team membership. Omo ye individuals omo ye capable to be able to achieve omo anchor some work ethics. Or say level 3 ni ye competent manager. Na competent manager ni you be organizing for any resources I be put it together and making sure some achieve your objectives. Or say level 4 no a effective leader. No say effective leader ni you be or commitment or adrenepa or vision your audacious able to me a 2 organization be impon and as a crumpon also level 5 leader ni ye obia or building greatness through paradoxical blend brofo kasa kese any personal humility and professional will inti ye politics ye can say obi enyi enche nyame be friend no obi ye ketwa obe chance na nyame afre no na ka ye nim da nyame be fro obi a ene sanka ye mbo ye bra but ye see ewiase no obra no ye boko ye nim na so ne fi ne ti ase no wo ye chi nti say wo your mampeni na say o kasa say ya to asum ye and ye the way show obi abo encouragement ye the show obi in crying say say oye obi a oye opini a nkofo di wechi a ese wo kasa no eye season kakra making sure say emfa in nema bimba because they are not taking out of context.
President Mama nanya he wasn't making sense say okase ye boka egu omeya na ye ba betua on de na dogdon fe kanu sika ye di kotua omeyi sika no dodo no a ye gia bosia no kwa ye san bo ni asan de akotua nsi hu nti say President Mama ka say eh we de obeboka no bi egu o obeko na kenchire ma is it not making sense
na candidate Mahama at the stage now no oba be di o man peni ye nim so no so okoboka na okoboka na enu bi na Dr. Donfe echeche mun say e kan bi oboy no enu bi na ye tua no nti say o man peni bia ba na Ghana eye middle income economy a ye tumpon no eye den a ye bekwa ko stress kakakra a ye be boa Ghana impunton akonanim nti say o de sa infatu no to honum na enye correct and o the equation no bomu a en to asum papa o ti ase nti so the so person ka bibi kra pa enfe no inkweti obi nkwa mpatroti ase aha enfe no inkweti obi nkwa raise the substantive issue no say okay si ehwe chrono input on no a say ni na tie inti say obi fasika no the two chrono input on ho a say ni ne ehun fanso insunsuanso a ebeba ba ora candidate Mahama onu so ba bedi o mampani na onu so ba bedi o mampani no onu so kokobo ka na ka ni bi okobo ye no enu bi na ye wo ho ya ye tietie inti sa ne kasa na okan ni de mi di so obi a nim say enye in the right way.
Professor Jampo, I don't know whether in books our short over the years whether you have a list of some of these things I am for keka okay ebiane president Kufuor maybe abeso ko order bi da comment okoye these are some of the irrational comments okay era osafuma for so kokan bi na issues be see ene ya president mama akwakokan na achim sakawa mafia nkofo na achim for dodo say na oni momo a even involved in this jeopardy if this is what you are claiming. Why is this an appealing thing for politicians? They be do politics, do election ya keka sanse mu.
Well, so they want to play on the emotional keyboards of people and also just to be able to tell people what to just charge them. Well, but all die be die, Professor Doolittle,
Professor Doolittle,
Achim Mafia, and Matisse Ebinomo Kase, President Kufuor the brand no pay to knock a cancer much President Mahama ne your friend is saying Mills friend incompetent and say competence no to make come and no call with the
and about me na yes apa
come and chew part is what one say I call do in
fact na no mo ye program no me o Alisa no president Kufuor acclamation no say about me to me lay ambush no wa come na osre on say na osre no
say we see boot for Charlotte on TV na otubeto de boa na we yiba from na one shall we fu and na but the point is that
he did the same thing MPP say omo campaign launch or 2016 trade fair now now I say rap can we say wahala this one wahala this one now come for this
you see the point is that say oh yes sir see omo pese ombedi oman no enim but these things you know they needlessly incite people a man call for bufu into your mind na wo pese obedi so no wan hwe a ebufuo no be man na bo because wo ka menso make bi bon enti eno na da no wo kan you say nkofo bi omo achi mo mobilize demonstration matise yesi ebinum so obole omo so akase omo so ebeye bi na say achimfo no say ma president ma enko campaign and the winum say and the president Kufuor do monko Gonjaland enko campaign feel say we no mo nya de a ehia. These are not the bread and butter issues. And you best have manual for impending for the flag bearers. I told the bina say omo kasa na omo brea. Omo kasa ma bre na pe beating. Also was it I told the bia say na bre so can campaign nya de ketu a. Okay na 170 na especially one for manifesto amantem na one kasa manifesto no nsem no nche de nim papa edu bebi na wa brea. Then na feel for say you want to energize your support base. But I'm saying that you see your support base is not enough to win you power.
Okay.
They only appeal to their support base. But once say obi anadwi mu do undecided who to vote for. Okona okotisi obi aka ache mafia anaso obi si obi bewu eja obi a. Sa nipa no ontie sa asem no mfa anye na adwen. You only are inciting your own support base, but your support base cannot win you power. And say omunimwa they should depart from some of these irrationalities and to focusing on matters that would appeal to the electoral kingmakers. As omo decide say party A na win and party B na win, they are the people you have to appeal to, and those people are appealed to by articulating policy positions and policy issues for bread and butter issues. Now for showing credibility say metumi aye and say metumi nye enya ne omko gina omko kan na meni age say answer me started say kwoko so you say amanfo ahya say den e ka say tia enti se ne be ya obi sorry adanum na hwi sa omampani Kufuor do ohia asofo bi un say achima de na omka un say na aha papa na pa enti se ne na okana mo asofo kura moti omo anka bi na say papa also bra opetu bi so na also keke bi na sefo enya na nye oh let them articulate the issues oh because openi Akufo-Addo na no owo command over the issues opeso kasa obekasa Mahama nso wo command over issues opeso obekasa you know they should go and soak themselves into their manifesto na fe omo kasa omo kanti no o ka manifesto content na a generative discussion obetumi aye ana wontumi nye ana mentumi nye na wontumi nye na mo mi nso mi di we na beba say Okada de ya me first Okada de na de nka ense se nka generate ayi kura no de yemfa nto baby but other issues mo mfa mra na yenhwe ho na inform how we want to choose otherwise de bia no na ye be choose so you see like will be described as a choiceless democracy. You don't know which one to choose. So now we choose. Who vote so winning your home. There are so many people. I vote no me vote so cry so mempe so they should lift the bar. Politicians they should give us a match.
Me person unya abuche na ubie we mu mai say you can't win an election with just a strong hold because Dr. Femo research and they have something on that but mpacho answer we ma me first is it possible to be a general elections without irrational politics okay you bet me nya elections ayenye because I no so nkam asa nya de
oh there be no for say
politics of euphoria
na go be jemu ba ko
see President Rollins time no be say papa boom
there be
no be a journalist we do on my koko aso because obi me to me for reporters better 20 so over President Rollins on economy over President Rollins on this over it say we are excited about it
yet say agro ni
say pa omian so yes
you say yet say agro any dia oh ko north ho na some of the tribes so mushia omudi omho agro keka nsem mi kire omo a wanhwe abeka se omoko nso omoti omo ase se agro no ye de omudi obi hu ase wo ye makoa wonse yet ye ho ase banye na ni mu agro di obi wo ha woni ni di agro a wo ka asem bi no and you see the danger kwa on say hwe woni me say it is possible say but na me coordinate Ghana political parties program no you see politicians na me say say na omo they were taking us for granted you say omo to me friend no ho otumi fa phone no afraid the opponent na bonko masrea nso go do platform so anu aka nti no anya me wanwa say bia ade bia na Akufo-Addo betumi afrɛ Mahama na wo da na den asem na wo kai nso o na wo nse na ma bre na me kofo say me kam biche omo ntemo no omo ye okay o I'm telling you they meet they talk to themselves on phone enso so no omo ko gina na omo ka nsem bi enso enim say behind the scenes no we don't know the relationship that exists between them. Into one share na ko fa no personal. Into no obi aka na san se mo kan yi. Wo say isa achim Afia se mo kan yi. Me say NDC fo bi e defend yanko pachew idea ebi nso kan yi obi su defend yanko pachew and I say these are not the issues. These are not mo ye mpanimfo. Enti no mo ma yenhwe bread and butter issues na yenya say de bia ye map branch ne mbabawa pre kwan se betu kwan akọ obi man so be say tu kwan akọ obi man so na nya sa na ebufo mo ye omo politicking they look at bread and butter issues, they articulate it, the other person comes would articulate a policy difference, different positions and defend it and all that, so that at the end of the day we are able to know where each candidate stands on in terms of policy, so that you bet me will say yemfa 2 minimum way and as yemfa mon could
first you want because maybe back to you now around up on this why stronghold whether or not I said the research be a kind professor example Dr. Fene is answer mo dey be o my year about NDC war 9 regions what the ombetime winning MPP ewo 2 major regions, Asante Eastern region, but sa 2 regions so cry ebe swallow 9 regions from boni nyina. So who here likely so because they wey nyina because of vote o. It here a problem. Mami Musa whether or not a year call elections. What do you think say we ebe chair for 2020? Does it give any indication? Sa politicking manifesto dey nyaka about politicking does it mean anything? A winning vote na.
Oh, I BGD pass a winning vote kakra. Say it's say Ghana development na Yeah, illiteracy rate in the from kakra. Enye nkofo rebre na sebe o mako school. Ebia manifestos no betumi akenken mu ate ase ebetumi aboa Ghana development no. Iti say na mekan no 40% ewo for NDC and 40% nso ewo for NPP. Na ebu ono ma senior politics no ye sha ase no ewo krom hanom no amankofo hu say sa na ese ye politics no. But eja ye mbranti mu na ye ba no no say change there o person say bibia enye daba akopɛ nti ebe chance na ebia politics of issues ne politics of development ne politics of character ne integrity ne value system no ebe bemie but see there say utumi dadie kakra obeka wan ka bi kra pa o supporters ne beka say enye sa ne politics no wo on be to be to prof kra be to me agedi say o ko be obeka say ahanom ne enye ne sa
too gentle to be ko to me ka we too me we ma too gentle
say politics ne enye politics of diplomacy ne niema me go for be an ka che be so me a diplomat me a diplomatic dodo
in fact to be do ba pam me fa sa bra we ma bi o ye gentle dodo ye be do be fire so in fact to be e de NDC ne MPP ba ye ko radio say o mo ko a sada bona views no anya hike omo kasaro
the manner in which you created the society, you created that particular kind of environment. I remember Kofo says say politics no inti 2020 general election, you know, Oshe various political manifestos here. It looks like Prof Dog, I'm calling research, I'm sure say 12%, you know, it will increase. Kakra. I'm sure say it will come to a marginal rate of about 20% or 18.5%. They would be able to vote on political issues based on the various political manifestos here. But politics of euphoria ne there. And no now to me who say support based no mgusu o wafa because who say what much as you are working towards gaining the 10% plus 1 no and so lose 40% no into 40% no so to me galvanize you more say na be out to so mgusu strong base no because they be on ma omo kasa omo ni omo ndafofo hia omunka issues no omunka for she omunka issues no mbeka say your man pedi can say
see 40% na there you see in a developing democracy there is limited partisan de-alignment. What that means is that then say MPP ni obefi MPP akọ NDC and vice versa. Nti omudo omo ho ni ehia na so abona oye wi na obo nse o match ade NDC omo to onapo yenyabo a ebe cycle nti no yen tone down say would want to psych our party base and I say arouse our party support base. They are there. Okay, once a while you have to, but the point is let the campaign not so much focus on them. The campaign, who win the election the campaign should be aimed at targeting a certain category of the citizenry because one be decided NDC focus support base or more. MPP focus support base or more.
True that sometimes I know for instance elections be so voter NDC base now ye voter party abam. You need to speak to them.
Me say my more national NDC for anthem no. Ubehu just say Kraman pen don't pay on kase akoko mbefa. Oh just say say on pen party no kra on kase obefi mu akobibi. What you know the support base no more once a while me say they are just charged by the national anthem na omo bobo no it arouses them. On say ye beto abe ansa na ye beto abe no bi atia da na nso say ebe mensu yi oh say obia sorry san yete
in fact President Akufo-Addo well UTV 12 midday news oko bono baby me see social distance we utu say you stopping kofo baby enye ye they storming chese omo
they say what is politically wise, what will be politically wise on their part is to look at the messages that appeals to the electoral kingmakers and not mifiha we titia we titia for mokasa titia and say ya nka ho
munka president
let's encounter but me was na na
Dr. Mo research amokoye no we say NDC stronghold ni MPP stronghold who is likely to manage the votes?
Analysis. My main can is 2017, 2018, 2019, a national survey on political parties. But my main critique was say from 2019 bano and because December 2019 I teacher regions in the mono. And I teacher regions in the mono and said that national survey be a man a part I can say.
Oh, okay.
And my main son can say I pockets of regions. Quite unfortunately, those that I was part of mean to me fantuja because I microphone na ede.
Mama modima okay.
Nti hono no kakra.
O de ma me previous ones man no you can want some more.
No pass my core regions by. But the na no
ba o be win ana.
2016 I mean Ghana say yetimi years e ma no ba mu pepe.
2016 e ba mu pepe.
The bibia no ye two surveys February na ye August.
Okay.
Unfortunately na na make no. Yeah, na yeah.
And there Dr. Usu Mensa no me political science na so no so.
Ono no de no kuntunim Dr. Usu Mensa ye ne de no. Me friend no e ba my office am ka share ne masa. Unema ye no ka se me no nyina ye ko ba bi kro ba me de no sa atam no na obi na contract me timi ma abonten fa no tuja.
Okay.
Onse ya na ye rua bend FC mutimi ba no ma beka. Eno no so uko wa utimi ko peusika e de a. Na se obi ti ba bi no so ka se business person bi timi ka se opesu go hu. Political parties.
The business people need be to me fund the research.
Omo ye. I'm political parties so my ye.
Okay.
Be am constituencies, be also regions. Yeah, da. In fact, even yesterday, now I'm about program I'm casting a short report.
Yes.
Na one constituency report to be and run am the call.
Inti per the last one am ye na him fan na for instance ebia central o kan ba asembi say greater central na Kingmakers.
No ye. Inti sa nchichimu na no me chichimu wo program no so na enye obi research yeah sa new voter register na buy
okay
and I share say ye share 2016 say the abato no koye and based on that na ye pair regions because our regions we dey likely say NDC betimi awene the regions na ye say NDC betimi awene no based on 2016 na no new voter register ya na no the bebu so me no ntemu ina
aye be exhibiting the next week
yeah be exactly yeah no ye dey be to aba ana ye dey compare 2016 DC ye na ye hu say upper west upper east northern regions savannah north east Oti Volta western north and bunu east sa na regions we no said the NDC ahoden si wo ho no most likely no abaye kotui no say 2016 the no would so kakra bi dia omo be win no hands down but na ba bi ya anshe da na enye too clear north east na ye 33 na kufor so ya de wo ho pa nti ho no but na ye hwe historical yi na say na trend ni city no and ma north east no ye de ma NDC na sa na regions ni nyina no with the total voter population 30.1% of the entire total population, voting population.
31.
30.1.
30.1, okay.
Okay. And now central region so you say currently as we speak, MPP war 19 out of 23. Into MPP winning her hands down in 2016. But no central region me poma sempa. In fact, I wasn't surprised. Said 2017, issue based no. Ne lead. Yenkrofobia, tagina issues pa. Na obeto aba ma we ade che na e change na adwen. The central region for yenkrofobia yemfom nkan sem say we am strong. Ti akoye.
Nti nobody can claim central region.
Nti eno ne jan floating. Greater Accra so sesa. Sa na hospital. Na fi 1992 ba no. Sa Amanuku bi a winning these two regions ni bia no ends up winning the national election. Okay. Now over current voter population central region greater Accra oka omo entire voter population ni boma 29.9%. Na say any sa nine regions na be bubo di man this ni nyina no epe because nine regions na be bubo di nyina na 30.1 and na greater Accra and central so 29.1 and na two regions be there clear say MPP there eastern region Ashanti region but you say who so say the original western region sama ho ne yi kwesimintin ne takra de ho na ho na voting population ho pa ho so bia MPP e bon ho modern ho pa nti eno chire pefe se 2016 nyansusaso kakra bi e wo 2020 so a Western region ebe kwa ama MPP ekobasa bunu region ye no me no ka say NDC e wo only one seat banda na ho so ahoden a MPP nya wo 2016 nyansusaso kakra bi a bunu region so ebe kwa ama MPP the same applies to Ahafo kra de eno no akoye say Ashanti region no hu bi na ye tikoma amebunu Ahafo ene ne abe region nti eneme e wa Ashanti region no ene no wo amitwa enema bebrebe so nti sa 5 regions we amabodini no eno so voter population ye 40%. Na che say de tie nyina ne say MPP be win next elections na sa 5 regions ye 40%. Na so mo yiro mo na o mo nkrofo na o mo honom no o mo timi Kenya o mo nyina to abama o mo na o mo yesa no say na Prof Jampo kan no nko ntimi win ne am elections ma yesa sa na regions na me hwehwemu me of analysis am based on 2016 there no say bitimi nyanzu so kakra bia na say no sa na regions ni na be kwa ma NDC MPP be won na be gina na ho den kakra so wo sa regions we so be bia ho nya stronghold voter region wo nya 15%. This time around what timi aboa ko nya 16 and now 15 what timi dey maintain ekobasa na say Ashanti region wo 63% as dey wo kwa no
okay
na match the same way ufa NDC so also obe win ya sa na regions no ehia ma pa se obe na ho odin e wo ho no se bia I mean northern region 55% na se wonya ni kwa se ba from voter region se wonya over 70%. Oti region se wonya over 70%. Otimi nya ni nyina wi a ade ba ko ya so die kakra ne se se central region any greater Accra NDC timi win
Central and Greater Accra region.
Yes, we team winning to win the national elections.
So 2020 we
so we win there. So when winning Central and Greater, they are nature say so we are there sunkunsu e wo Ashanti region ni Eastern regions.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So what does it?
Does it look likely say NDC bet me increase for instance omo target is ombenya 100,000 e wo Ashanti region. Likely say bet me appreciate.
Omunya more than that to Ashanti region. Ashanti region over 2 million a year now. NDC timi in fact there be on modern across 29% bia. Sorry, 28% bia. Or they end up
is it like NDC one almost 28% to Ashanti region?
Now because 28% no we can boom na upper west na upper east no any voter region. Now enti zuko nya 10% wa Ashanti region enya asem.
Isn't it likely say see NDC so omo na ye KJT market omo na ye ma Kumasi for Inti omaye some of these
we market no 2016 no.
I know making say omo kwa Ashanti region they can show.
Oh no, and dem dey omo won some omo weka. 37 menka say na meka no Kumasi of military hospital na. Ya kofo sha ase no. Omo be greater part na. In the Ashanti phone. Ana KJT aso ayefe. Eno ne issues say so omo koka. So eno no se president Mahama koka say maye bida. Betimi develop am KJT enti me ba me yesi ya. Menye ne ya adwen pa de na me ne nya adwen ne ye economy na wo ka se we bi da wo ka se ho de but infrastructure ne de wo flamboyant akese bi a obet e wa Ashanti region obetimi e de ne nsa esi ne bo se me na me ye nti se mo pesa ne me ne bi ehuna na mo boa me a me ye mo ama
nti is it likely that NDC betimi win Greater Accra Central na this year? Especially with Professor Nano Pokua Abbey.
Central region especially very difficult because we need the way almost she woman say so no be kuno uno obi kuno team no popa na otito forma. O so ya na edunu se bakro kwa.
But say grounds so nyema MPP for
grounds nye minim pa say ya ye nema
because Matikwa said some of the research me reading say ombe lose be 4 seats. E was Central.
Enye me nwanwa me so minim bibi sa. Enye me nwanwa say MPP bitimi o ma anyere omo ho o 6 be 4 5 be o ma anyere omo ho a. But o lose sa 6 na e 23 o and o 19 dada. Enti most the probability say MPP be win in Central region is far higher than NDC coming back to win.
I see.
Even though in just central for the
yes.
Omawari and your crowd.
There be central into Bana one year man we jail no akwa for. So Professor no Pokua Juma but Professor Jambo patron person mama this 2020 analysis. Only omo ya adwin doc any other researches about whether or not vote registration no regional breakdowns na ba no. Why na more likely man to betimi akọ na anim? Why na likely to beti aba form?
Well, no my research na omo come asem me dem nkoye bi.
Yeah, but who dey also who ground pa central region ken so pon ukroma. So pon dey
na my only issue now will be the central region. I know the it doesn't matter even if they gave you 100% vote in the previous election, it can change and all that. You know, for me, what matters as to why they common and as why they uncommon, you see, polling and this is I research in as for no, a young embe gene team, ewo yemu, yehun, ena ya dreno, you see, you quite polling. Obi kwaye research we know say na be ya to be an asa na eh de no bread and butter issues nti ene ukobisa no say memeto aba ma MPP a ade be chi so meto ama NDC or vice versa because I say niam to miss easily nti no me de ne hia me ne at the end of the day no near obetumi edi nkonim no ye near o show say or what it takes to convince the people number 1 na fe number 2 near of say why be da nti no say omampeni MPP for say omaye bi na ombetumi aboho ntoa yie na omo akama akonipa asumu yie manipa age atomu yie a they can carry the day. NDC for so for say omo mbere no omo mbere so no omo so yie bi na what they omo ye no compare na ekoso ya difference so no omo de na better no mutumi campaign ya they can carry the day. The challenge has been say MPP for instance to the be problem and minim say be a beto abey bi ombesesa problem has been ability to communicate in government no omuntumi nka ne omaye very right omuntumi nka apart from baomia no MPP mu no bi eni wotumi kasa eto ni pasum
very right
even kojo opon koma kra na for say
baomia is becoming popular
kojo opon koma ya me for say obo no homode na se for no kra na nse no okasa na nkofo da ato na se for but baomia e kasa won pede enso beti ade obehwa ahwe wo hwa yiwe ni
then about me do
minimum sani oye no but it is how to ability to master being calm and then also knowing where to be combative o combine ni nyina enye onkasa to say full soldier o eto de bi o de full soldier de frakakra na o de elitism so afrakakra na so fontino o pese wutie no what you say na apart from that no MPP for no be to be omo ya na okasa na ya to say ya koye propaganda nipa nsheda entumi anyi ntum papa ntino they will have to rethink how they communicate in the same way the NDC omo nso metim who say omakofa professor bia or chere even the launch of their manifesto omakofa professor bia or chere kwan omo fa so omo prepare o manifesto wo hwe na no Pokua agyeman kwan ofa so obo ne ntoa oni obi atem na oye swag niam bi na asefo and also once people want to let's so my point is that at the end of the day surveys may be conducted and who will vote for but niam bi to miss yan Ghana no election time no 1 day 2 days so say to miss niam be brave it depends on who is able to market achievement MPP for omo achieve bia omo marketing ye NDC for omo say omo time omo achieve bia omo marketing ye. If you're able to do this and the campaign, the body politics is, and I'm also near more ye boy, me won't say to be a most sending call for echo track it, and near more must your my and any more, to me fat check it and I say for. And no more no, a bit to me as a son survey outcomes in I say for because they say, yeah, survey, no, depending on you are dumb phenomenon, I trust them, they are academics. But won't say, oh, my, mudi, Obin so the nedia son, and the I said, we are men to me, and yes, papa. Oh, it's what I believe is key and critical is how they able to market themselves. Into no, COVID are bad, and as we say, won't say, they've opened up or more kasa, let there be fact checks. let them communicate the issues and let what many will be kasai. Now me say na me hwe at the NDC for a manifesto na fe niam omoye during their tenure of office. To hwe niam bia na me say na you po you did all me metilego on so mpo na me call at the University of Ghana Medical Center da. That cry me drive for me say na when na moye na mantumi anka ho asem. Me ne MPP ni pini bi kasa na me say Charlie am say nkofo kasa omo hu so then ochi metena no just ya we na me say na maye we ni
ade
na mantumi nka ne ye oh and no the ability to articulate what you have done no, is lacking among the political elites na to the bia nsenkwa no any irrationalities no eno na to the bia na ompese omo ka na omo the same na the same so the emfa the ezitemu so
here program budget what you think say basic 2020 especially in terms of voter turnout where are you Kenya that is to say obia beba beto aba ba bebe so atwo mo de omo mbampo beto aba no
yo if you are on
say bebe hwa ma bem kra bebu
won say ya observation be so na let me say from 1992 eba be 2000 no na voting pattern no it was in a particular direction let me say yeah democracy no it depend from 2000 no na ye who say afede multi-party democracy na pim so pa but observation be here for 2020 voter turnout who say easy for we voters registration and chair bebre inti usually no nanka omo nye no very close to the date of the electioneering inti ya survey who say voter turnout for this year no would be above 70% voter turnout.
More projections.
Yeah, projections.
Okay.
No. So we'll be above 70%.
And so, the average from 1992 no, on the average has been around 70%.
Yes, it is from 80 to 90%.
It is the same. It's
on
the same
the average.
Okay.
On the average.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
From 80 to 90%, you know, would be the projection for the turnout because of the closeness of it. You know.
Okay.
Well, in Bank for why your new voters, you know.
So observation, be because minimum some kofo bebre so no, you know, registration or mokoye. One of the things that made them defy the odds to go register and I say cards, you know, it gives them the identity. Even though you say cards na acquire na bank so no mun you. But so among for are looking for identity and as if you know rather than having this observation I'm sure say we want to whip up more enthusiasm among the people because one of the mechanisms for determining whether democracy has come to stay or democracy has been consolidated is the rate at which people turn out and I'm hoping say COVID and ABR there are some people who are also fed up with politicians. I'm telling you,
middle class.
One call for the better to be and share cry and no could be catch him say me no and share cry me the men kotua about meaning baby ujina say me the men kotua men koha men kotua about my way na me ask me the so and share cry men to about there are people there like that.
Yeah, so are you saying so I'm finding so doesn't
observation still maintaining at 70%. Me say my complacent. If there is something that we can do to whip up more interest, let's do it so that people will show up to vote. So that at the end of the day, you know, you'd have a good number of people exercising their franchise to determine who must lead us and all that.
Okay, because me person whether or not encouraging voter turnout now
oh, of course. I mean, I mean, various platforms, you know, Mokasa. Who say yes, it's important. Say on exercise your democratic franchise. But senior Dr. Donfekan, in terms of voter turnout, from our observation, no, you say Ashanti region, Greater Accra, and Central regions, be determined very strongly in the 2020 general election. Ashanti, Greater Accra, and Central regions.
Okay.
Right. And then also from the various years, you know, 1996, NDC for winning, you know, 2004, MPP winning, 2012, NDC winning, you know, every incumbent be our voter registration be no. Owini.
How so? Why? Obia otia konwa so anabreso. Every owini.
From 1996.
I don't move you and answer then and more moving.
Every incumbent or your voter registration.
Yes.
Or your voter
registration. During his time.
2004 new register.
2004.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
2004.
Voters register.
Yeah, voters register.
And a president for the winning.
And a president.
And a 2012 year voters register.
2012 yeah.
And NDC the winning.
And NDC the winning. And at this year.
Yeah, voters register. So it's likely.
It's a prediction.
Very interesting.
You see, because if you also want to really be critical, you see, same when we can't, so that there wouldn't be complacency. Okay, if you really want to be critical, who say the idea of 2 terms, you know, and share that be tradition here too. In political science, a political tradition. It should have happened for at the minimum 50 years. Now, we share Ghana Yabatua. The only election, Mr. T elections, in free 1996. I don't talk about 1992 election. 192 election, Rawlings was the referee, the footballer, the match commissioner, and everything. But so he, technically, in my view, he did 1 term. Okay, from 96 to 2000. That was the real election.
Elections, yeah.
Now, share 2000, before winning a year 2004. No. I just want to say that second term, no, a year and cheddar done deals. Year 2004. No. When him say 2004 elections, no, NDC 4 contested say. Contested it and then said it was rigged.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons why MSA Rawlings ne Atamels and Temese and Atamels conceded defeat in Tem. Comfort said it was rigged. Yes, said 2004 not and said that and when you ma at the MPP for let's move from 2004 2008 you know Atamels winning. I tell you say NDC 4 at the Atamels equal 2012 and Kwombe lose.
Yeah.
NDC 4.
So when free money
for 2012 and Kombe lose. But he was called to eternity, national sympathy, NDC, Mahama came, Yemfa Mano. Mahama buy no buy 1 term pay technically. Opeso ko 2 term 2016 no lose yen. And my point is that sa 2020 abatwa ebekoi a year open. Se MPP for a year between okay. Se NDC for a year between there should be no complacency. There should be no complacency. I'm saying that at the end of the day, no near obetumi ahwe yen yi no on wini and na mepe.
And that's the ideal situation, but almost part say o hwe records now. Historical or your registration be a winning. And also can be something like
Yajitum said 2012 so see the kind given what happened in 2012. I know there are quite a number of people in the ruling MPP now who believe that 2012 the NDC didn't win.
Yes.
Yes. And that was the reason why we went to the court. And you see, when the court is also decided now, they look at national mood.
Okay.
A certain decision to the BIM, because the confusion.
Exactly.
There are some people who feel I don't know MPP. You know, it's not a done deal. We urge them to sit up and to talk about politics of bread and butter issues, not politics of irrationalities.
Okay. Doc, remember how no around there, but before, me can confirm the message because said Professor Jampo can all more to me order, but can you put to reset so is wet notice say obia na breast so ya registration bia no onya advantage wini. Into MPP ni na tena na so more to me order na there udi agro say na ye win we dey obo dey 2 MPP for 2008 no munim so mo we need dada eni so mo ko lose ye no na kwabra sapon e wotem MPP for penifo no ba ko no say if reminded Prof Jampo mama say in 2004 MPP won 16 out of the 19 seats, but in 2008 MPP won only 6 seats. But 6 seats in region be na oka was central and na oka. Okay, you know oka say if you me pacho JDM asema amoka na enye say bia politics of irrationality or see if ya chiremu obi ante say na president Akufo-Addo koka say Professor do little no refer to Professor Mills na your Professor Mills nko asem na oka But when you say achim sakawa mafia, and they were refer to a group of people, and no go money masse, and I say tia woman, and it's in achim for no so any abre or say, I didn't walk from Musakawa for it. The issues no a different catcher or monache say, woman to me ente and seven as
the issues may be different, but to say so be a do little no being so attack a whole group. Yet.
But Pacha said, where did a group no so right so much to defend
yes, and yes, we no more catch him for no so and yes, of Professor Doolittle.
Okay, you. Mamma Mefa Abranti topic so as a must if ya speak to the issues in Pacho Memfa at DBF Patrick or Ine Kum no say if you may good morning and pay Mam Christopher Menu no say and this is one of your best programs. I just love Enchechema and Pedifono Ede Abanity good kudos and come on Mona Francis Esiam no say na do mo and the program no really is one of the best critical issues super and now the entire media landscape. I think say mo program is one of the programs that more critical analysis expert how do mo bat say Professor Jampo Domfe and ye were program o my ade pa really no mo nyina anti asese me bo o ma ba so o my adwuma Francis Erabna Esiam and odi we say ede abana Bernard Abeku atade na makanda no se ka che Professor Jampo no nka so pon fante Ebra Edwin no say if ya Mate Dr. Domfe was on spot on pa when he speak about capital investment call into energy sector ni chicho na electricity no many ademu eno na etumi catapult job creation e ma magu no so aye critical analysis no de ba ko ba ya na oka say in fact can ya abo under MPP less chen can ya abo under NDC because NDC grant in term no omu increase can ya abo more than 200% average and MPP increase by just 11% per into ye po bia obetimi abo ama Ghana private sector and that's a job creation akoso a and oche mu say for no we was Sunday also tell Professor Jampo that it was in 2000 election that Rawlings did that to Mills and not in 2004 until obi enim the Rawlings or the year Professor Mills that antene omo year manifesto obi enim where to analyze their issues any baby also or there ade no echo also I'll send you a message on Facebook no so far makai almost everybody the message or they send the don't fair there be ya menu asem or there ba no say good show pa Joseph tete no say fine brains like prof any here e parliament enye wo ma o ma kogu parliament the document kra ba o mutumi scan it and ye hu say we ye papa and say we say Edward Vladimir no say your show is a lecture. My daughter is with me and my daughter such as a good job plagiarism pe and obi betimi accusing me but I've learned so much make sure Godfred Kwesi does you know say ask Professor Jampo when he is coming to Achimfo so upon Okano Gabriel Suita no say if this is a good fact checking like mo ye ni nyina eboa ema eniema no etumi enya perspective papa and Rashad Rahim no say Northern Ghana has free education. Who said there's nothing free? Obia wo free. Nti mo obia meka say bibi ye free a enye ne kwan so. Daniel Pare Wella and also brethren, there's nothing free on this earth. Monti asia and also mutumi koshe epo. Jean Perret or say if you can do that on behalf of the Ghanaian. Nti nyema bi won ma dey check my because Ghana for no obia and any need ho no mo betimi a check nyema no. Akosi Isaac and also on there be ogina ne hwa na ogina for more for nana. On sesa na dwene nti de omo kanyina wate and Eric Dankwa so say Mahama there why so desperate nti o kan bibia be divide o man no kwa onwene sasama o kan e betime de mpape mo babi ne achimfo asem ne okokanka we de ye kan sen na ayeye se we na akokan sa abre we mercy obin and also please I want to have a discussion on my course with Dr. Domfe mercy who any kan aha na o lecture o be person onye be bold nana man kwa no say correct analysis today pa if you're a good team and then they will do abana prikucha kapam no lady I'm watching you fantastic discussion and then them de abano and some want to me no good show UTV I'm happy today pa ne mama makoma to me because of the quality of analysis so Isaac Bedia kuno say if ya catch up of Sajampo say Mahama is former president so please on refer no as mpacho follow the approach democracy e ho ne yesuafi ukọ America Obama your friend President Obama to be kan yes obi elevate no at the end of the obi enim say obi one president penny e wo ti we nya ase bia once a president you title keke president mama president we nya big issue some people are just anom dey we nya nkokan simply nkokan format ne aden
so be standard candidate say one be standard there obetumi a friend of president Mahama former and president any problem but so some be standard and actually so be candidate Mahama intuition mean same can be one ma make candidate Mahama
but does it even matter Carter because of course
America.
Sorry, former president, of course.
Jimmy Carter, my friend of President Carter.
Yes.
That's how they refer to him.
Yes.
Obama, my friend of President Obama. Just language.
Watch, I mean that's how it is done. I mean, or once a former president, always
you carry the title.
I know the but at the end of it, we know that there is one certain president, and that one.
It will be fair president. My man in chess or Cotina Jubilee. It doesn't change. Just Dr. Nofem Pacho, my final comment. Who shouldn't be quite a I'm so when you're on that.
Okay. Yo, my final comment today, and then somebody came, they hear me pay job creation, you know. I mean, cause I'm a private sector initiative, especially industrialization agenda now. Sabre me one district, one F, no. Me pay ni say kobase MPP ne be wen ya omo betimi atoa sa one district one factory ni so ye se ekobase nyame se omo entranche ma NDC mra me bompa say omo so betimi atoa so because that is going to be the game changer. A bread we say yetimi increase your local production na ye cut import o cut import ni nyina no na o ma cedi na anya value Sidininya value now we create jobs for your people. That's how we can build this, country. Into industrialization, yema yeninko, the creating jobs for the youth. Now Obi participate actively in the production process. So the Obi answer ebe kona no. Nyame amoye se sebe yeme ye asrefo se de bia de yesre no. Nyame ama bibia nti bibia ade nyame ama ye no. Yemfa nye di hia na omamu obia eho entonmini aba.
Yeah, that's baby. Papa, Kwabena Sapon was sending a message about say politicians did you want them. Now say yes, Munya no Munya ya. Then another can say me a fan can't Ghana for us. Kwabena Sapon. Sadia way dear Munya na muyo. Another never be a waka and maybe a basic or say you be new. Or die be die. One am share that manage ya. So what I say. But Nina Nanye. So until the Mahama come. Then another account, the one become and ya and yet and Professor Jampo can politics of irrationality no yenko ye men wan to aduane entua ye school fees enye kwan enye gata ye penny de ye so ye betimi adu China ne Dubai no ne first Singapore ne Malaysia for no e de ne to mumfa ateni no na ada ye na afede obon ne ayira issues no ne ne number bi fofo aseda kese nkoma so hwe live e wo UTV so yakopon ya ade no de nkwa e chie bi o next week ye be samba beto so there another edition of critical issues the Abraham Batano pay emphasis that Kesiama Dr. George Domfe senior lecturer senior research fellow FSM Center for Social Policy Studies University of Ghana Legon boy pass so na yenu abema Pilgrim Boache Dankwa executive director Makanifo Institute and so one leadership institute or more research for leadership ne yema betimi aboa ama leadership na nasa Kanifo betimi poa push you omeyi ama omano so akona enim sa na ene wa wonim dada Ghana ha minim prof bia wa trended to say Professor Jampo the senior lecturer political science department I show books baby but we call political science department na ko Professor Jampo books baby ni articles there bubuja and not to politics there ni baby having worked so many years more than 15 years or IE any other places nti ya do mu nyina ase so mu gya wo bibia ho no ma betina han more than 3 hours enya better sa okra wo TV nkreto de bia na wo homete na ono oti studio had monko baby on so nyere na oti ya say but there will be more of that elections here because kai said that's why media nyina afi 2020 elections ya to need decision time nti ye beba be constituency by constituency analysis penifo akese wa infa doc Domfe any Professor Jampo kan ye team of analysts on be boya me aya analysis so constituency sa constituencies 4 na war central region MPP ma hwe ya mbeluzu no hwe kianeke mbeluzu e was central region and also nche NDC be wini was central region we come and do that ya hwe greater Accra region for instance ododo Nilante be wini anaso wini what are the dynamics decision time ni nyina de bebo every constituency you best start with the flashpoints ni akọ other areas ni nyina analysis on analysis anya politically sounded analysis o where your proper analysis are and penifo okay can nsem bia opo social media omo mind omo ma school no omo sua e no omo cheche mu achem ya fra me Afia Pokua yakopon ya adma next week ebehia nti bompa man na koso a follow yen e wo despa media platforms na abra ye analysis na seda kese nso nko emeritus collection omo na maya atare omo de entire tiapo edma na cute car palo e wa beka junction ha ya omo so na me training ade tema na ye makeup ni ade nyina ma yakopon ya adma next week me hia nya special eyes na num bi wate